bulletin from me to you, a bullhorn right out of the blue, a bullet right into your brain, in bullet points that will explain. I'm bulldozing the bullshit now. Those bullies say that I'm a cow. They're gonna find the bulwark raised. Best believe it's my final phase. Blue, the color of the sky today. Blue, the tears I'm gonna cry today. Blue, it's horrible to think about. Blue, it's terrible, it gives me gout. Blue, I'm miserable and I know why. Blue, it's visible that I might cry. Blue, impossible yet true somehow. Blue, guess he's the bull and I'm the cow. Blue, oh blue.
I'm Tiger.
Okay. Right, for those of you mocking my sick dog in chat, cool. To come in here and mock my dying dog, cool. Really an own for you. And also, Coffee Brand Coffee is my coffee company. I need to sell about 12,000 bags of coffee to cover Huck's bill. So. Okay. Costco almost killed my dog every day. I never spit up a pill. Or like send a pill in. I will pay whatever it takes to get those pills. I'm gonna have those pills. Anyone want to buy some coffee? Anyone want to buy some coffee? I need to sell 10,000 bags. 1,000 bags. 1,000 bags. Spit up a pill.
Oops, we kind of bungled the transition there, guys. But how's it going there? How's it going? I don't know. Today's one's kind of making me mad. This one kind of pissing me off. Jeremy, the quartering. He's a real a-hole. But we'll get into that in a second. We'll do some other stuff first. How's it going, guys? You may have heard, but the quartering is blaming his dog's almost death on Costco. Now, I think, personally, that Jeremy did it himself. And by that, I mean his negligence. I think that he was being lazy. I think he was just being an absolute piece of shit, not taking care of his dogs correctly. And I got evidence for this. Well, I mean, I've got the same amount of evidence that he has that Costco did it. This man doesn't even walk his dogs 5 days a week. He does it on the weekend. He's their weekend dad. How pathetic. It's an inside job. All right. Let's start with some silly stuff first, okay? We'll go into the miscellaneous stuff because we need a bit of a chuckle. We can't always be... Yeah, his dog's under attack, yes. The first thing we got coming in today is from Mauler. Now, Mauler is... he's the EFAP guy. He's the long man. He almost exclusively makes like 17 hours Star Wars movies. But you know what's crazy is he did a short film recently, which is about 50 minutes long. It's pretty good. As short films go, obviously. Like, it's got a couple of issues, but it's a lot better than the regular stuff that YouTubers make. He also released this really short Boogie video. Like, he's down to 4 minutes. What's going on here? What's going on here, Mauler? Let's check this out real quick. This is Boogie, You Don't Ever Get to Leave Hell. Let's have a look.
People call me the Mr. Rogers of YouTube every once in a while. I faked cancer. I faked a stroke. And hopefully, one of you will put a bullet in my brain.
Whoa!
Horrible things that I've done. I have to be here tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and forever! This is my hell! You don't get to leave hell!
Like, I'm not going to say that Boogie's position is enviable, but he lives in his own house that he owns. He has all of his slop playthings to play with. He's got his child bride. And he's like, oh, no, I have to go on the internet and be a clown for a couple hours a week for Keemstar. Oh, help me, I'm in extreme pain. I don't have much sympathy for it.
How you feeling out there in the field?
It fucked me up for life!
Like, all of this stuff that he does, I think he enjoys it. It's humiliation ritual, but he's got a humiliation fetish. So it's his daily ritual.
I'm not suicide baiting or anything like that.
Yeah, I hate being alive! I hate being alive!
I love that clip, though.
You're going, oh! Boundaries. He's sick of your rules. I'm in the middle of an actual mental break. Baby Boogie want his baba.
No, we didn't need to see this.
Nigga.
Wait a minute, Boogie, no.
Deep throat my dad's cock because I'm jealous that he raped everyone but me.
What?
The groups that we're dealing with now.
I fucked you, Dad. I fucked you. You're so ugly, your father wouldn't even molest you.
Whoa.
I think you
This
are
is
the
a
lowest of the low.
All right, hold on a second. I actually can comment on something here. This is a pretty wild clip. He's playing a warlock in classic WoW. But the thing is, he's got a terrible Voidwalker name. Warlocks judge each other by the names of their minions. Orc Cath? What an awful Voidwalker name. Just re-roll your warlock at that point.
Are the lowest of the low. Even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because I probably could get away with murder at this point.
What? Does anyone have a favorite Boogie clip? I think my favorite Boogie clip is or Boogie quote is what was it, like $10? That's a lot of money for a person of color.
At least they're doing something they fucking believe in. Love you though.
This can't be my legacy, man. I can't die while doing this show. I can't have my last thing on the internet being me being a fucking lolcow.
It's all this is so fake though. Like, that's the thing, is like there's no reason to believe Boogie for anything that he does. All of his like rage and things, it's all scripted. Everything on lolcow live is fake. This is a very entertaining video, obviously. Like, Mauler's pretty good at his editing. But like, it's just like I look at this and I can tell that there's just no actual rage behind the screen. Yeah, he's just like, well, I'll just act crazy for a couple of hours a week and then I'll turn off and I'll play my video games or my Magic the Gathering games, or I don't know.
This is a ring. I'm ordained. I'm not gonna lay down tonight. I just told you I can't. I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. Oh no. Do not do it. No. One for me and one for my.
That's
My sexual abuse involved my fucking tits. My fucking tip off. Oh, sweet.
Like, how you can take this, like, obviously, like, being abused as a child is a terrible thing. Then he's like, you can't make fun of me because I was abused by my boobies. But then he's like being like literally milked by the lolcow live crew. I don't know. Like, at a certain point, you have to think that maybe it's not a big fucking deal if he's going through these sort of things.
Holy, you make us all look bad. Go get the fucking finally die. Leave me the fuck alone! Leave me the fuck alone! I have to print out some documents!
What?
I never did! Because she wanted him fired! Motherfucker!
Is this the actual state of lolcow live? You've got like a bunch of troon, like, is this three troons in dresses wearing wigs?
I need my action! I have the axe!
Maybe my headphones are like feel like this is really loud.
No, you're not. Boogie, no! This is not a punishment! I came here to lose weight like a goddamn retard!
Like, the idea of like, oh no, Boogie's crushing up his arcade cabinet. He bought it for $100. Oh, it's a prop. No, don't destroy it. Oh, it's like, it's also like fake.
I came here to lose weight like a goddamn retard!
It's not loud. Maybe it's just my headphones. I do have a good pair of headphones.
Prostituting your pussy, and you'll thank me for it.
But I do have very sensitive ears.
In the fucking family, and we worked through it. Do you know? I wish I beat Jordy to death in the fucking ring.
How would you wish that though? But like, Wings of Redemption beat the shit out of him.
I'm done, man. I'm just done. I'm actually legitimately done. Just do a couple holes. It's alright. I mean, it's not gonna make a difference. It's not even a tag. I lost my income. I lost my channel. I lost my life. I lost my fucking ability to walk. 52-year-old man with liar tattooed to his face. I have to grow a grizzly.
The liar tattooed to his face is such bullshit too. It's not even there. You can't even see it. It's such a scam.
Adam's beard to hide this shit so that I can go to goddamn Walmart. You don't think?
Here's the thing, like, okay, this is very. I'll just say this is a very entertaining edit by Mauler. Okay, although it's very odd for him to make a strange, small video. Maybe it's for an upcoming episode of EFAP. I'm not sure. Here's the thing about like Keemstar that I think about the locale live. It's like, oh, Boogie's he's paid his debt to society. You want him to starve to death? He's not going to starve to death. Like if push comes to shove, Boogie will get a job. The idea that they can only do this on the internet, like, no, yeah, people are going to fuck with them in real life, probably. But you can't get a data admin job. You can't get a call center job. Like, this is such a silly idea. It's like, no, I have to do this. Nobody else like do it. It's all just so phony, in my opinion. But anyway, all right, let's move on to the next one. Actually, you know what? I will actually recommend you to go check out Mauler's short film. Because, like, a lot of people talk big talk when they're, like, criticizing movies on the internet. But he actually went out and made a short film. And I only learned about this recently. But it's pretty entertaining. You know, as a 15-minute videos go, it's like a little crime drama thing. The only thing that annoyed me, though, is that they have a very cheap drone at the beginning, which is doing this, like, establishing shot over this, like, field of... there's a field of... what is it? Grain in the beginning. It's, like, so unimportant. It's just, like, literal autism. You can see it's, like, kind of wobbly. Like, the video stabilization is not very good. They should have just got a proper drone or a proper dolly camera. But it's like they were using, like, a little Mavic 4 or something. I don't know. Anyway... Other than that, it's a pretty entertaining. All right, let's go into things that are pissing me off this week. Pissing me off. Well, first of all, no stream yesterday. That pissed me off because I had a lot of things I wanted to talk about yesterday. But the kitchen lock broke. And you know what happens when the kitchen lock breaks? People gets out. So we have a new goal to fix the kitchen lock this stream. But I saw this. This pisses me off. This shit pisses me off. The god tier dads. Homer's down in the shit tier dad. Like, I can understand Goku being a shit tier dad, even though he did come back to life for his son. But he was a pretty shit dad. Piccolo was more of a dad than to Gohan than Goku was. But Homer's like this. Where is this idea coming from? That Homer Simpson is a shit dad. Like, what an absolute hack job. Like, Homer's stupid. Homer's fat, but he's not a bad dad. At least in the series that matter. This man gave up his dream job to support his family as a single income provider. Do it for her. He sold his seat on the Duff blimp for Lisa to make her feel better about herself after she thought she was ugly. He was a fantastic dad. Like, it's just like the absolute state of modern media, because The Simpsons is still going. And I've been going through the old Simpsons. I think up to like season 5 or something. And it's really interesting actually how the seasons develop. Like, because there's all these jokes you don't appreciate a child and stuff like that. It's kind of cringe to go through the first season, like the Babysitter Bandit episode and things like that. Like, it's like, oh, I've seen that so many times. But at some point, like, all of these TV shows develop to where, like, these dads they're just bumbling retards, basically. And the mum is like the voice of reason, where it's like, oh, she's always just right about everything. It's the same thing with Family Guy and the same thing with The Simpsons, where it's like, oh, dad's just a retard and mom's just the voice of reason who's always right. Where it used to be like Homer was make mistakes, but he had a heart of gold, and ultimately he did the right thing in the end. But it just pisses me off. Like BoJack Horseman, of course, he's a terrible dad. Okay, it's human words, but with a horse. Anyway, that's just what's triggering me this week. Oh, we got a couple of DSP clips. People have been very, very keen on the DSP Super Mario Sunshine clips. Although I think this is like Splatoon or something. I'm not sure. Or is this? I'm not sure, actually.
How am I stuck?
No, wait, this is Super Mario Sunshine.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I never played it.
Come on, the physics are atrocious. Now I can't get up here, look.
Oh, he can't do it.
I just got stopped by bullshit.
Rage baiting Splatoon. I knew a person that was really into Splatoon. Like, she was obsessed with Splatoon. She was a lesbian too. I wonder if there's a correlation between liking Splatoon and being a lesbian.
Dude, what am I falling on? Fuck, I don't care. This game fucking sucks. I'm gonna stop playing it right now.
Oh, I can't do it.
I'm literally falling and stopping. I'm not even touching anything. I didn't touch anything. Just, oh, you got hit by an invisible fucking...
Phil, this is a 30-year-old game for children? Nintendo 64, right? I don't know. Now, it reminded me of this post. It's like the duality of man. You have the exact same situation. And this is just like a classic 4chan meme where it's like 90% of these arguments can be on whether the game is good or bad. It can be explained with this one web end. Where it's like, yo, this game sucks or this game is lit. It really is just about how you perceive the game and how you actually enjoy it. It feels definitely in the later category here. He just doesn't get it. He doesn't get the bing, bing, wahoo. We just jump around and have fun. You just got to be hitting that. Well, I mean, it's not spacebar, but it'd be like a controller, but I've always played PC games. Anyway, he actually rage quits entirely. DSP rage, and this was trending news. Thousands of people like this. That DSP rage quit Super Mario Sunshine. Done with this game. It's terrible. I never want to play it again. Let's take a look. I mean, it looks pretty simple so far.
Done with this game.
It's
terrible. The fact that they actually reverse the controls.
Do they reverse the controls?
During that segment, I actually never want to play it again. Never. And what do I mean by that? So when you're hanging,
okay,
it's A to pound and rotate, and it's B to jump around. And if you press B, you release. Why would you ever
wait? But B to jump around isn't jump around and release the same thing? It's still jump, right?
Want to release?
Like that makes sense. I mean, I've never played Super Mario Sunshine. I probably never will. But like B to jump makes sense. But B to release when you're hanging makes sense as well, because you're jumping from a downward angle. How is that inverting the controls? I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know this game.
Never. Only if there's a platform below you want to land on. When you're clinging this way, sideways rather than up, they actually reverse the controls. It's now A to pound and go through, and B to drop.
Am I having a stroke? So it's B to jump and B to drop and B to jump off. Like it's all B though.
They reverse the controls.
What
of the game?
Is Phil just have no idea what he's talking about here? Is there some Super Mario Sunshine experts in the chat that are busy liking the stream, if you haven't already, that can explain whether this is true or not?
Dependent on if you're holding up or forward. Why would they do that? Unless they just want to piss you off and they don't know how to make a game. The game is terrible. And I would have toughed it out, everyone, just so you know. Thanks, Sean, for $2 more. He says, this is for your pain and suffering. I absolutely, positively would have toughed it out and kept playing. But as you can see, tonight we've got primarily trolling. You
know the pack to open thing? There are these vending machines around where my new... I have a new office now. I had to move into a new office because my old one is not suitable for what I need anymore, unfortunately. But there's literally across the road from my office is a Pokemon card vending machine, but I'm pretty sure they're reseals. But it's like 1,000 yen. And I was talking should I do some unironic card pack openings just for fun? Of course, last stream I showed you my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and my Pokemon cards, what I had left over. Very briefly, I have that Injection Fairy Lily and Yatagarasu from Yu-Gi-Oh. Should I grab a pack or am I just going to get scammed? 1,000 yen's like $6 though. It's pretty cheap. I'm almost certain that they're just reseals. If they were official packs, I'd pick them up for sure.
Got no one willing to support the playthrough on the kick side at all, besides one guy who's tipping a bunch of single kicks that he knows I can't even count towards the stream. And we had a few kicks earlier and nothing else. No one subbing, no kick.
I wasn't evicted. Come on now. No, I just had to find a larger office at a better price.
On the YouTube side,
okay.
Basically, we got 1 or 2 people.
I'm expanding, so I need a larger office. Take that what you will.
We had one big tip. I feel bad for the tipper, but then again, the person tipped for RimWorld, not for Mario Sunshine. So I think we're done. The game is too frustrating for me to continue if people are not going to support it. I have many other things I can be doing that people are asking me actively to play. We don't need to play Mario Sunshine ever again. I'm okay with that. We've already beaten the entire game once.
But hasn't he also quit Pokemon? So is it just a list of his quit games? Did he quit Dust Bloods as well?
Once, and I hated it then, and I still hate it today. I hate Mario Sunshine. I always will. Well, that's it. As you saw, I gave it a chance.
How can you hate
support
a
has
Mario
stopped,
game?
so I'm done with this shit. All right, guys. Sorry, I tried. I tried. I'm not.
Oh, he's throwing in the towel. He can't do it. It's too much for him. It's too much for him. Now, Weekend Warrior posted this, which just made me laugh. Wow, super retarded. I can't read this early in the stream. Maybe in a couple hours I can read this, but I thought it was very funny. Weekend Warrior. Now this is just something very random. I saw that this is just like things that came up on my feed. Kind of, it's like this kind of the softball intro warm up to the stream while people like find their way in here. So somebody made a game where you have to find a needle in the haystack, and there's like 5 million pieces of hay. And I'm not going to make you watch this, but he's literally just going through 5 million pieces of hay. But then somebody responded to this with this game where it's called, I made a game where you have to shower with your dad. The catch, there are 3 dads, and you have to pick the right one. There's the dad streak. This is what the internet's for, like random retarded shit like this. Oh no, that's the wrong dad. He's got red hair. Oh no, not the father. You are not the father. Lather up or towel off. Oh no, that actually looks like a pretty good game though. Like the graphic style reminds me of was it Colonel Cluster's Revenge or something? That's a bit of a throwback. All right, so this is kind of funny. There was a Reddit user that accidentally guessed the right date of this GTA 6 leak, August 18th, a month in advance. And then 2 guys like, oh no, it doesn't work anymore. Shit. I should have archived this. God damn it. Well, basically, corpo suits showed up. Some lawyers just showed up at this guy's house, and they're like, so, you just happened to correctly guess the GTA 6 leak date. Would you care to explain why this is? It's like the FBI is literally on the hunt for this cyber leak guy that's like posting all of the full game, I guess, of GTA 6. It's pretty crazy. They just have like corpo goon squads like going around now catching people if you dare make assumptions on Reddit or something. Even the Redditors are suffering, even though the Redditors should be suffering. All right. Now, before, what was this? Okay. This is just some other things that have been interesting me recently. Jeju Island. So Jeju Island is an island that I'm very interested in. It's a very beautiful island off the coast of South Korea. You may remember it from such shows as When Life Gives You Tangerines, the Korean drama that only I have seen apparently, but it's a very beautiful island. And it was going to be the potential site of an updated cringe van video. However, there's a missing persons going all around the island. It's a bit of a murder mystery. But the thing is, it happens in South Korea. So nobody gives a shit because it's not in Japan, Asia. Like nobody gives a shit what happens in other Asia. It's if it happens in Japan, cool. Did it happen in China? Nobody gives a shit. Did it happen in Korea? Nobody gives a shit. Did it happen in North Korea? Like nobody gives a shit about all these other Asian countries, okay? But I'm paying attention. This is a fascinating story to me. Apparently dozens of people have gone missing. Another dead body of a missing person has been found in Jeju Island, making it the 4th finding in just 3 days after the revelation of a rogue police officer who falsified 200 missing person cases during a 17-month while working on the island. That's pretty scary. Like, I actually kind of want to go here and investigate this myself. Should I do that? Should I go there and do some investigative journalism on Jeju Island, looking for the Jeju killer? We have here a Jeju police officer was arrested today for deliberately shutting down missing person cases. Not 1, not 2, but roughly 298 of them. He told families their loved ones were safe. Then he quietly deleted the cases from the missing persons system. The case cracked open because of Jang Mi-ran's disappearance, which turned out to expose a far larger cover-up. Now, South Korean corruption fascinates me. Like, they've got these, like, if you've ever played Cyberpunk, South Korea is probably the closest you'll ever get to Night City because it's basically run by these corpos. Like, there's these fascinating family conglomerate companies like Samsung or, all of the Korean brands. And they can basically do whatever the fuck they want. They're basically like gods on Earth. It's basically the closest you'll get to Arasaka and Militech, which is kind of funny because you'd think it'd be in Japan, but no, it's in South Korea. There's really interesting, if you look up Korean crime families, it's really interesting stuff. But Jan Mi-rang, 37, oh my goodness, that's almost how old I am, went missing on May 12th. Her boyfriend reported it, and the officer assigned to the case told him he reached out to her, that she was safe, and that she didn't want her location shared. Then closed the file the same night. It later emerged There was no police record that had ever actually contacted her. Once the officer was identified and implicated, investigators went back through the past cases between the 22nd of August and the 24th. They found 4 bodies of people that had been reported missing. Holy shit. Like, people are like, Korean corruption is like this one crazy thing that just happens all the time. Like, it's a shame that we don't have Jeff anymore to report on this stuff, because like I remember when those like Korean riots were just popping up overnight because of all of the corruption and stuff. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are interested in this. Let me know, like in the comments or with ones or Bs or something, if you want to learn more about this in the future, and maybe we'll do some more in-depth stuff, because I'm actually very interested in this case, and I would like to get to the bottom of it. Maybe I can solve the mystery. Who knows? But like, I like this one. I think this is just some. I think this is some propaganda though. So this person reports, Tiny Cloud. When I went back to a trip to Jeju in the evening, we went to a famous grilled meat restaurant, obviously like Korean barbecue, obviously. And after we finished eating, we were about to head back to our accommodation. The female owner came up to us and asked if we were planning to walk. So I told her our place was close by, so we'd walk. But then she kept saying no, she'd give us a ride. I kept turning down their kindness, but eventually we got in. And while she was driving us back, she said there weren't many people around here anymore, and that there'd been a lot of murders and missing people. And apparently this is all a cover-up. It's this huge conspiracy. But everyone just keeps being quiet about it. Because maybe because tourism is such a big industry in Jeju these days. It used to be all like clam divers and pearl divers and things, like the amadive, not the amadive. Amadivers are Japanese, but there's that's actually what the When Life Gives You Tangerines about. She was saying that everyone keeps quiet about it, and then she went on to say that the missing ones were all tourists. Oh no! Like, the thing is, Jeju Island is like very close to me. Like, if I really wanted to, I could get to Jeju in like an hour and a half or something, basically. So I could just go there and pretend to be like a clueless tourist, and then try and catch this burglar or this burglar murderer person by getting burglar murdered and then like flipping the tables on them. I feel like this is a job for me. I don't know. There's something about this. There's something about the Jeju Island that calls to me. Is it like it's like the siren song or the call of the void or something? I'm like, wait a minute. Hey, just because I go to Jeju Island every week, that has nothing to do with this, all right? Tourists stick out so obviously as tourists. So this is a big thing. Even like Korean tourists stick out as tourists, even though they're imperceivable to us Western folk, and that's round eyes as we're referred to over there. So it feels like they're being targeted for that reason. She kept warning us, no matter how close the accommodation is, always take a taxi around. And she dropped us right in front of our hotel. This almost sounds like propaganda, though, from like a Japanese account, although it is a Korean thing. But anyway, that's what's been interesting me recently, is this Korean murder drama that's happening in real time. It's like a real drama, not like a fake drama or shit. We got Dirties over and gifted some kicks, saying, "Here's a 5 spot for one of my favorite orange throwers from Down Under." Thank you. We'll get into the Jeremy segment soon, okay? I promise you. This is just the warm up. All right. Moving on to the more familiar, we have a quick clip from the real BBC as Nerdrotic and Mauler, as Ethan Van Sciver, the throat goat himself, is releasing a new book, but there's more than meets the eyes.
The Zero as is still butthurt about being called a Zero by Ethan Van Sciver. Dude, right. We don't talk about the guy. Yeah? Please, just, I know there's probably a mental excuse with you. We don't.
All right, I'm going to be honest. I don't know who the Soska sisters are. At this point, I'm afraid to ask. I know there was something related to Vic Mignogna or something like that. Like, apparently they're always at like conventions or something. But who gives a shit? Are they just like 2 legendary slots or something?
Talk about the guy. The guy has non-stop spoken about for 6 fucking years. He's fucked in the head. He needs his villain to block people from understanding.
Has he actually been talking about the Black Comic Man for 6 years? That's a little bit unhinged.
That his books are 6 years late. He's lazy. He's shit.
He's lazy. He's shit.
He's a scammer.
He's a scammer.
Thief.
He's a thief.
We're the bad guys. We're the bad guys. Look how we talk for 6 years about these people that don't.
Now, my understanding is that Rainbow the Brute is still not out yet. Ethan Van Sciver has not delivered on his promises, which does make him a scammer.
Respond to us. Don't give us anything back whatsoever. So, dude, it's not going to work. All I can say is thank you very much indeed for $10. It's very kind of you. But I think you're barking up the wrong fucking mental patient, sir.
Well, that's all that's left.
Why was he licking a toilet? This is true. Ethan Van Sciver did lick a urinal. This is actually factually accurate.
Why was he licking the toilet?
I think it was on
because he
crack
used
at
to
the
be
time.
somebody.
Yeah. It's the first time he managed to get his tongue around the pipe. But it wasn't in a back alleyway.
Yeah. So,
That's actually pretty sharp by us. That's a good one.
just to state the obvious, I'd like to add a little bit to that.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
I could.
yeah.
The obvious deflection of 6 years late, over $2.4 million of product undelivered
Yep.
over those
Yep.
last 6 years, having to abandon Indiegogo. I've done some homework lately.
He has done some homework. 2.4, was it 2.4, 2.6 million dollars of undelivered product banned from Indiegogo. How embarrassing. And Indiegogo is like, let's be honest, like GoFundMe is like the premium one, right? Like even though they're kind of cringe, they have some like annoying policies. Everyone just thinks of it as like a GoFundMe. Like to edit a photo is like to Photoshop something, even though everyone's just using the AI to Photoshop things now.
Abandon
But
Indiegogo.
he's down to, what is he down to? Back Me Bro or something?
Go because they changed the terms of service, which, I mean, ready guys, you have to deliver your product or you can't put a new auction up. So they went off and I guess created another one. And if you pay on that and you don't get your money, you know what?
Like,
just set your money on fire. You're better off setting your money on fire at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, and obsessing over a black man for many years, which is, well, I'd say it's not bordering.
Indiegogo is a Kickstarter alternative, not GoFundMe. What's the difference? They're all like crowdfunding, right? Like I guess, all right, Give, Send, Go is like giving money to people. Kickstarter is like starting a project, and GoFundMe is like kind of they're all kind of the same thing, all right? I know there's some slight differences around it. Ralph, what is Ralph's and Warski's Indiegogo? What is this about?
On gay, it's really
it's just very gay.
And then
he's not gonna, none of us are gonna him. Okay?
No. And
none
then,
of us.
On the recent clip from Drinkers, when you're called throat goat and then you go out and claim victory.
I won. I can't stop talking about people for years upon years that don't respond to me, don't give me time all day, don't do anything, don't engage. I won, said the insane crackheaded thief scam artist crap piece of crap.
It's like my dear old departed dad.
All right, wait, hold
tell
on.
me. Always kick a man when he's down.
Good advice. All right. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I saw this on Alyssa Clips. Ethan Van Sciver launches a new comic book. He hasn't delivered his previous one, but you know what? It's time to start a new one. And like, apparently, like, hold on, let me see. Let me see if we can actually find the campaign for this. Because apparently it's like, he's got to get to 100K. He's got to get to 100K. He's still putting Eric July in AI thumbnails. Wait, is this Eric July saving Eric July? That doesn't make fucking sense. Meet Awesome, the greatest black superhero in indie comics. So we go to Back Me Bro. This is Ethan Van Sciver's new project. Cyberfrog, nothing weird. Plus the elephant. I got to be honest. This is imperceivable from AI art at this point. Like if you look at this chat, do you think it would take you more than 5 minutes to generate something like this in Grok? Now, maybe it does take a lot of skill to draw this by hand. However, if your art looks like AI art, what value are you actually giving to anything? Now, he's got 30 days to get this to 100K. We'll see if he does it. But like, you know what? We'll give him opportunity to plead his case, shall we? This is the clip from Melissa.
This is the first R-rated book that I've ever put out before.
It's an R-rated comic book. It's a comic book for adults. No kids allowed reading the comic book.
Violence in the language is for adults, okay? Like, it's not for kids. So don't buy this elephant book for kids. It's finished. The book is...
Don't let your children see the elephant. Oh, no, they might get nightmares.
Completely finished. It's penciled. It's inked. It's colored. It's lettered. It's ready to go to print. This is just...
So he finished a complete new book before he's delivered on his previous books, like Rembo the Brute and other things, the other Cyberfrogs. He's just lazy, just forgets about them. He just doesn't want to do it, does he?
Last chance. I did a new cover with Salamandroid and Cyberfrog on it. You can see that cover pretty much right there. This is the artwork of that cover. So that's available here on this campaign. But the other thing that I did on this campaign was I decided to launch a new Cyberfrog comic book called Nothing Weird. And
this is just like Jeremy starting new channels. Just like pick a lane, pick something and just finish it.
Be a 6-part miniseries.
Finish something that isn't a black guy's cock behind the back of a Wendy's.
That would be like, my thought process was, what if DC Comics was publishing Cyberfrog? Or what if Image was secretly negotiating with me right now, and I've never told you guys, to publish Cyberfrog?
What a
What
dream
if
come true.
Image was doing that? Well, I would need to create a Cyberfrog comic book that could be sold in stores.
So he just went and made a new comic book on the off chance that people were negotiating with him. Maybe they were talking to him, but they couldn't get to deal with him because he's cringe or something. So he just made an entire new comic book without any sort of funding. And then he's just like, you know what? The comic book was finished. Maybe you can fund it now. When he still hasn't delivered on his other products, like $2.6 million worth of product, this piece of shit. Such a scammer. That's all you get, EVS. We're going to go into the next segment now. We got the Jeremy stuff. This is what people want, I think. But there you go. I guess you can go back it on Back Me Bro. That's where he's down to Back Me Bro. That's how bad it is. We got Farron Balance in the chat. How's it going, Farron? Costco members unite. Also, Jeremy's X account has been exposed. His alt account? What are you talking about? Like people saying it's that the unhinged guy? I don't think it is, but it's there's definitely a Jeremy simp. But how's it going, Farron? I might be referencing some of your tweets tonight that you sent. So thank you for those. All right. So going into oops, did I miss something here? Did I miss something here? I think I closed one, right? Let me reopen the no. All right. Anyway, Melanie Mac. Melanie Mac's having a great time of vacation, okay? She's having such a great time with her husband that she's decided that she has to pull up the war banners and go to bat for her man. Melanie Mac says, I don't know who needs to hear this. And she's referring to Nina Infinity here. I do actually. But there's a difference between social commentary and parasocial commentary. One is helpful. The other is weirdo behavior. It's old reliable. Can't argue with someone? Have nothing good to say? Just call them weird and gross. This is so cringe. It's weird. Okay, buddy. Okay. Now we have Nina Infinity responding to the parasocial, because this is what Melanie Mac's new move. It's just to call everyone weird if you're talking about her, because she's very normal. The butter-eating, danger-haired, twice gay husband Melanie Mac is calling people weird and strange. Now, Nina Infinity, who's been getting some good shots in recently, has said, Melanie, I'm responding to a clip of a video your boss who is sharing something personal, like always, with the entire internet. What exactly don't I know that I've stated? That nobody knows what to believe with him because he's a liar and lies. Well, he's a liar that lies all the time. That he uses personal tragedy to try and garner sympathy all the time. Now, this is the funny thing. Well, it's funny and sad because, like, generally this dog shit makes me really upset because it's like, it's so pathetic. And you know it's his fault and he's looking for anyone else's response. Now, maybe it's not his fault. Let me know what you think in the chat. But it's almost certainly like 99% it is Jeremy's fault because he's lazy and because he doesn't know how to actually look after anything in his life. That's why all the fish are dying in his house. That's why his dogs are getting sick. It's because of him. But it has to be somebody else's. And, like, I think Jeremy's video's thumbnail, I want to say, here, yeah, Costco nearly killed my dog and nobody's taking responsibility. I was terrified. Nobody's taking, like, this man hasn't even got these pills tested yet, as we're going to learn. Basically, Jeremy's thesis is that his dog was taking pills and then had a seizure, so that the pills must be busted. Not that the dog threw them up, or not that the dog didn't eat them, or not that Jeremy got the dosage incorrectly. He doesn't even know what day it is. He's like, is this Wednesday? Is this a Wednesday? But he'll have you believe that he knows how to feed a dog 2 times a day, the correct amount of pills, and get the right dog what it needs. It's all nonsense. It's all terrible. Anyway, but he does. He uses personal tragedies and all the fucking time. And not even his own tragedies, but other people's tragedies too. There's actually this crazy clip that we've got where Jeremy is telling Nina to just murder her cat. He's straight up telling her to euthanize her cat and just get back to business. But if anyone criticizes Jeremy, that's a bridge too far. Let's talk about being creepy and parasocial, Mel, because I don't recall you saying anything when Jeremy was caught stalking women and children at the Renaissance Fair. Very true. He's been banned from the Ren Fair for being creepy, Mel. That's true, he did. He's a danger to women and children, as adjudicated by the Renaissance Fair, who is the most honest and reputable source in character determination. I didn't hear you say anything about that, or anything about him saying weird, creepy comments about wanting to impregnate one of your, at the time, friends, Brittany Venti, on air. That was also very weird. Why didn't you stand up for her? Well, because Brittany Venti is not paying Melanie Mac $500 a show 2 times a week, obviously. And then let's talk about getting help. You actually over here telling me to get help when your boss is an alcoholic pill popper. Now, this is the pill popper thing. I heard today, I got a message saying that, like, there's a theory that Jeremy is eating his dog's pills. Has anyone ever heard about this before? Like taking animal medication? Like, I thought people were just talking about taking ivermectin as a joke or something, like from the horses and stuff. But apparently it does have some benefits, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a doctor and I don't claim to be. And I'm not going to make any statements about the health effects for YouTube, okay? But apparently Jeremy just is aware, and he was telling Dankula and Bering that people just straight up eat their dog's pills. And then not only he said this, he said that he had some leftover dog medicine, and he was thinking about it. He's like, well, what could I do with this? Like, he was actually looking at it with envious eyes and thinking about just taking his dog's medication. Like, he would, I don't know. He's been caught drunk raging and false flagging people and straight up stealing people's content. Aren't you supposed to be for free speech? Well, no, she's for her free speech. Anyone else's speech is should be controlled by her, obviously. So it's okay when your boss censors people for making fun of this stuff. His parasocial ass that he says on air about his wife and personal stuff all the time. The fact that you know his bowel movements is not normal, hun. It's true. It's so true. But you're over here telling me to get help? That is hilarious. Now we have Brittany Venti as well coming in. We got all the girls are getting together. The girls are getting it done episode to gang up on Melanie Mack, the super villain, who's I don't know, what are we going to call her, the butter maniac? Melanie Mack, who is on vacation, decides to insert herself into a tweet that she's not tagged in to complain about Nita inserting herself into drama. Melanie Mack hates the drama, guys. Yes, it's a cat fight. Cat fight. Let's fucking go cat fight, bro. It's finally happening. The parasocial reply guy thing you're doing is really, it's really weird. It's kind of weird, Nina. You're being a weirdo, Nina. What are you, maybe, touch some grass or something. Oh my gosh, the hypocrisy of it all. Now here we have a Dermy Wormy tweet. Melanie Mack said the line, we're just Pakistani bots. Let's have a look. So the quartering says, using my dog for clicks. Brought to you by the moral high ground. Now, Jeremy himself is going to use his own dog for clips. And this is disgusting, honestly. Like, he uploads a 10-second video of his dog having a seizure. Now, I can understand Jeremy's point of view where he's recording it, but it's like, okay, record the seizure so you can show the vet. I think he even mentions that. But he's like, people are making so much fun of me. I got to show them that my dog is sad and is having a seizure. You can't attack me. Like, this is like just holding a baby as a villain. As a bad guy in a movie, it's like, you wouldn't want to hit a man carrying a baby, would you? It's like, he thought this would actually work, that people would be sympathetic to him because dogs equal sympathy. It's so one-dimensional that it could only come from the minds of either Jeremy or I guess a Hollywood studio in the current year, right? Let's see. People that rallied around these ghouls are waking up to the truth about them. No, I don't think so. Nobody's coming around to Jeremy's side. He lives in a complete fabrication. Soulless, unhappy losers in life. They want you to be as unhappy and pathetic as they are. That's their business model. Not really. Like, most of the people that like clown on Jeremy are in the business of having fun and laughing at your antics. And I think very few people actually were mad at you until you started bringing this dog into this shit. This is honestly pathetic. All right, now we have here's a fun one from Mel. So Melanie Mack, of course, on vacation in Amsterdam. There you see, look, they're so happy. They're so happy over there. Chooses to vacation in Amsterdam. Complains about all the leftists there. Oh my goodness, they got pride flags in Amsterdam. They're making Amsterdam gay. Europe is gay, chat. Whoa, what a surprise. I never would have heard that. Now we have some miscellaneous Jeremy here. Now, I haven't yet seen any dip or increase in the YouTube results from Jeremy. Now, it does take a few days to update over on, in any YouTube video. Like the views usually come a couple days in arrears. But the YouTube switch has happened on the 24th. So in theory, we should see a 30 to 40% increase in Jeremy's views, but it's not responding yet. What would be really funny is if his views have increased, if he's actually getting more views now, but because he's also failing views at the same time, that it's imperceivable. So I'm very curious. I've been watching the germinal decline like a hawk, looking to see if my theory comes true. Now, Jeremy just did unlist like about, I want to say 120 million views worth of, I think, shorts, but who can say? So he's hiding some more videos. He might be very concerned that a second copyright strike is coming or a third copyright strike is coming. But no report so far on the germinal decline. Now, Luther Morgan, we have here reporting in real time the actual state of Jeremy's mind, because Jeremy was in tears. He was in wrecks. His stomach was twisted. His throat was dry. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't do anything. He was worried about his papa. Now, at 7:49 a.m., Tim Pool tweets something about Rumble. At 6 minutes later, the quartering tweets about his dog is gravely ill and is suffering a medical emergency. This dog is his best friend, by the way. Then, 6 minutes later, the quartering quote tweets Tim Pool and then talks about Rumble. So it's like, Jeremy's in a state of like, oh my goodness, my doggo, my poor doggo, my poor doggo. Well, but wait a minute, this is huge for Rumble. Let's go Rumble bros. Like, I hate, you have no idea how much I hate Rumble. It's such a shit one. Now we got the fun one here. This is H-Bomb guy. And he's the one doing the Jer Bear edits, I guess they're calling them now. But it's basically what they were doing with DSP. This is a pretty fun one.
So a lot of people say, well, do you overshare? Blah, 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 blah. Well,
there's something about this zesty voice that always kind of makes me smile. And we're going to need the smiles as we get into the depressing stuff that comes next.
I think some of my viewers care. And so, at the end of the day, I feel like keeping people abreast of the topic. Now, speaking of no, that's a terrible transition. Terrible transition.
So his dog is like, guys, my dog might be dying in 5 minutes. By the way, let's talk about tits and ass. Huh?
Well, some sad news.
This is his real voice
today, but also I thought I would take the opportunity to highlight the positive influence.
I wonder if this segment was sponsored by Positive Treats.
That has been left in its wake. It's just been reported that Dolly Parton has passed away.
What? So he's like, my dog's sick. Abreast of the situation, Dolly Parton, she had big old titties when she was younger. She's like, what was she, like 80 or something? Now, I think Tim Curry also passed away, which is actually very sad. Fantastic actor, obviously. We got Dirt Eater says, man, I do got to say, I didn't think Jeremy would grift and use his dog as a troll shield. You didn't? Because I thought he would. Now he's going to use Huck to shake down his audience. Yeah, we'll see it when we get into it, but like, I kid you not, this man is such a soulless, spineless, slimy grifter that in the same breath that he says, I'm not asking you for your money, he says, buy my coffee. We also got some jewels. And we got Yellow Flash with a yellow chat says, use code Huck Vet Bill to save big with CBC. Like, the thing is, you say this, but is this actually a code? I wouldn't put it past Jeremy to use this as a thing. He was talking about naming his dogs, his coffee after his dog now as well. We also got Jamie Moody says, haven't watched in a while. This is wild. Did Jeremy know? If you haven't been following, Jeremy's decline is getting actually like quite concerning at this point. Like, I'm quite worried. Now we have Don Flurgandy catching Jeremy. Well, I guess this is a clip from the Kino Casino, so I guess they caught it in real time. Jeremy was shilling Kratom, which as I understand is like sort of like, I guess it's like a low level drug or something, or people use it to get something. Maybe they transition off other drugs with it, but it's illegal in most places, as far as I know. And it's definitely illegal in Wisconsin. Here's what Jeremy has to say. Oops.
It is completely illegal to promote kratom in Wisconsin.
According to AI on Google.
Oh, no, not AI. The most trusted source in reporting. Now, it's illegal to buy kratom in Wisconsin. It's illegal to sell it. The question was it illegal to promote it? And apparently, yes, it is indeed illegal.
Oh, buddy, no, you cannot legally promote, sell, or distribute kratom in Wisconsin. It's classified as a Schedule I controlled substance. Because kratom is an illegal substance under state law, running promotional campaigns, marketing events, or commercial advertisements for kratom products targeting Wisconsin residents violates state drug laws.
Oh,
I guess he's going to say that it's not targeting Wisconsin residents, but
that's such a stupid thing to say, though, because it's not. He's promoting it to his audience, and that it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter if there's not one person in Wisconsin. You would reasonably assume that he is promoting it to people around him, even if it's the internet. And we know that people in Wisconsin do watch him because you have his insane dents that follow him and are actually unhinged on Twitter that are trying to defend it. At your side, milady, with their swords and shields whenever someone makes fun of Jeremy for being fat.
I don't know.
No, but you're in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
You can't promote it if you're living in.
All right. So Jeremy's taking quite a lot of L's in that response. But again, it's terms of service, right? There should be nothing wrong with it. I should have closed this. There we go. All right. So we got this one here. So Jeremy Wormy, I think I reported this last week, but Jeremy Wormy signed up for the Quarterings poker competition. Okay, his poker tournament. Now, my assumption, and I was like 95% correct. Okay, because everyone was asking about like, well, what site is it going to be? And the big question was, what was the 1,000 something going to be? Now, I was correct. It wasn't PokerStars. It was Stake. And obviously it was Stake because Jeremy has a Stake account. And he's been trying to get in good with the graces of Eddie. Now, what I was wrong about, because you have to lead with your L's, right, is that I thought that Stake used USDT, which is a cryptocurrency. In fact, they do not. But you can see here that they... And this is the funniest thing because it's Jeremy's breaking out old reliable. The last time he was scamming with cookies was for the Amazon affiliate links. This entire poker scam, it's now been revealed because when you sign up for an account, stake.us, the Quartering referral code there, you sign up for a lifetime of referral bonuses to Jeremy. So Jeremy's plan here is so obvious that we should have guessed immediately. But what he was hoping is that he could get a couple hundred people to sign up to a gambling website so that he can make 1% of their gambling forever, basically. I'm not sure exactly what the referral bonus is from Kick, but it's usually around 1% or something. So Jeremy's hoping that maybe a couple hundred people join his poker tournament and they just gamble the rest of their life savings away. And if maybe they spend $100,000 on Stake, he'll make a couple $1,000s and that'll make it worth it. But then he still tries to pretend that he's like, well, I'm not financially incentivized by this at all. But like a lot of these gambling sites, when you sign up your friend, it's like you get 20 and they get 20 sort of thing. Like they're usually quite lucrative because people that start gambling get addicted to it, obviously. Like gambling is one of the most profitable things there is out there. But it's there in black and white. It's a straight up referral link. He's not even hiding it this time. Now, interestingly, I was wrong about a couple things, like I said. But one of the things was that it wasn't a USDT. So they're selling Stake coupons, I guess. This is Jeremy's post from his Discord. The secret Discord spies have obtained this for us. They say, everyone seems to be asking, is this real money? In a word, yes. In a word, yes. So it's not, no, it's not real money. If you have to say, in a word, it's money, what you're saying is it's this, right? Oh, is this going to load? Come on now. This is the explanation of the money on stake.com.
Mr. Samsonite, about the briefcase. My friend Harry and I have every intention of fully reimbursing you.
Open it up. Open it up!
Go ahead. Open it up. Do what he says.
This is what's going to be inside the Stakes tournament.
What is this?
That's the $1,000, the 1,000 somethings you're fighting for on Quartering's poker tournament.
What is this? Where's all the money?
That's as good as money, sir. Those are IOUs. Go ahead and add it up. Every cent's accounted for. Look.
Oh my goodness, why is my Firefox so bad recently? All right. So in a word, yes, you can cash out your winnings for real money. I have done so several times on the site. And now Stake does power Kick, so I should probably be nicer to them. I love Kick. It's great. I love my Kick bros and the bees. They give me so much bee money. They give me all that honey. But Jeremy claims to have withdrawn $50,000 from Stake. Now, this is objectively false, as proven by HackerX on the Kiwi Farms, because Jeremy showed his Stake account. So you can actually track in real time how much money Jeremy has lost on stake.com. So like that 40,000, and this is just an advertisement. He's just like so advertisement brained. There's no actual human in Jeremy. He's just an advertisement. So he's like, yeah, it's a real tournament for Stake credits, which are worth $1. They're IOUs for $1. There's also a $40,000 tournament this Saturday. You should play because it's a crazy high payout, which is bonkers. That said again, my tournament on Sunday is 100% free to play. You don't even need to have to buy a single thing to enter on the site. If you're not registered, do so. Now it says sign up for his account. This is my link, and we both get some goodies when you use it. So he's like, he's trying to actually say that he's going to get nothing from this poker sign up. But he says right there, we both get something when you sign up. So it's just the entire thing is just a referral scam once again. It's old reliable. Now, I think apparently 100 people have signed up for this. I really want to see Jeremy get destroyed in poker. So I wouldn't recommend signing up for this, but I will probably be watching it myself when I get the clips for it. We got Ginger Rhino saying he's the puppy pill popper. That's a funny one, actually. That's a good one. All right, now we have Don Flogan explaining a little bit more about this. He says, First Quartering states that he's not sponsored or being paid directly for the tournament by Stake, which may be true, but what he's leaving out is affiliate referral link, which gives him a lifetime commission. It's not just for the poker tournament. It's like if you use Stake 10 years later and you've used Jeremy's link, he gets a cut from that. That's how he's trying to make money going forward. Bets from all the accounts that sign up using it. This could potentially turn into thousands of dollars for him. There's no problem with having these programs, by the way, but the act of implying that he's receiving nothing is ridiculous. You can see there that lifetime commissions from stake.com. Earn golden stake cash, social casino. It's just so transparent, really. It's just so embarrassing. All right. Now there's paid unlimited $1 buy-ins. Wait a minute. I thought this was a free poker tournament. If anyone has ever played in tournaments like this, you know that it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Also, now that there's money involved, this increases your chance of winning. He's promoting this on YouTube. He may be in some very murky water with the terms of service. Now, if you're wondering how Stake kind of gets away with this, or, I mean, they're a legitimate business, but essentially Stake operates as a, I want to get this right. Stake operates as a sweepstakes. So even though nobody sends postcards into Stake, technically you could do that. It's like this funny little gambling loophole that Mr. Beast and also Stake uses. So there you go. All right, now a bit of embarrassing. One last thing before we get into the poison dog segment is that Jeremy exposed his Reddit account. If it couldn't, just when you thought it couldn't get worse, he's also a Redditor. Say it ain't so. You can see right there, opening his Reddit account. If there's a load. His username was Tight Combination 61. All right. I mean, it's better than, I guess, Early Leopard. Debating Charlie. While Charlie has roasted me in the past, I really hold no ill will. The rhetoric he is willingly spreading about children having life-altering surgeries is concerning. I would lie. What? I would lie to hold a conversation live? He's drunk. He's not only he's a Redditor, he's a drunk Redditor. I would lie to, obviously him is like, I would like to hold a conversation live. He has 10 million subscribers, and I have just under 2. I am very concerned he is spreading dangerous rhetoric. I'm available whenever he is. So he's just desperate clout chaser. This is the same thing that he always does. He always tries to mosey on up to bigger channels, and then there's like refuses to name anyone smaller than him. It's so cringe too. Where he's just like talking like, I'm not going to name them because they're going to get like failed race car drivers and fake newscasters. Like, just say their name, you pussy. Now he's so drunk when he was doing this, he just said, sorry, I don't Reddit user. I don't use a Reddit. Oh no, and he's getting downvotes. Hold on, can we open this up? Let's get this a bit open. Like, look at this so you can see it. There you go. Sorry, I don't use a Reddit. Minus 33 points. Oh no. Even the Redditors hate the quartering. I am the quartering. Should be an easy dunk. I mean, I pissed in my basement. It's so pathetic. Wait, where's the clip? Wrong one. This one.
But at least now it can't get much worse.
But it did get worse.
He pissed his pants in his basement. All right. So now we get into the Jeremy poisoning his dog arc, which is kind of like the big news of the store of the last few days. Now, obviously, the dog was in the ER, or the doggy ER, over the last couple of days. Now, basically, he's got a big German Shepherd, and it's my personal opinion that Jeremy has poisoned this dog. And I'm going to lay out the evidence for you as I see it. It's much more conclusive. If you think Jeremy poisoned his dog, press 1. If you think Costco did it, press 2. If you think that it's just like the dog's immune system is now adapted to it or something, just press 3. Okay, so it's nobody's fault is press 3. But Jeremy, after going on this keto diet, which is the all meat diet, it's all protein. Obviously, there's avocados and things like that and stuff like that, but it's mostly all meat. He's eating steak every day. He got gout. Okay, so he's on all meat and he got gout. He also feeds his dogs all meat diets. Now, dogs need fiber, as I understand it, okay? It's not, you can't just give them pure meat, but he gives his dogs pure meat, which is actually one of the symptoms, sorry, not symptoms, but one of the causes of seizures in dogs. But more suspiciously, and I think this is the real thing that's happened, is that his dogs have been eating his leftover Zins. And I know a few people have mentioned this before, but Jeremy is a habitual Zin addict. He can't stop doing them even for a second of the day. When he takes one out, he pops one in straight away. He hot swaps them like he's changing batteries on like a professional camera shoot or something, okay? He can't go even a second. He has to put a new one, then take the old one out. And he is such a disgusting slob that he has actually woken up with Zins in his hair. Jeremy said this. It's all there to see. So he is leaving Zins lying on his bed, on his floor, in his pillow, in his mangy old hair. And what a dog, like anyone that's had a dog before knows what dogs do in the morning. Dogs like to jump up in the bed and they lick your face until you wake up. You're telling me the dog couldn't have possibly ingested one of these Zins? And Zins is actually listed as one of the seizure causes for dogs as well. So he's just got his dogs in this dangerous situation. And then just suddenly it happens and it's all Costco's fault. But we have a Hotep grip here, Bad Banner on Twitter. I think like the two best, if you're like really interested in following the Jeremy content, I think the two best accounts you got to follow is Hotep Bad Banner and Kino Grove. They seem to be the best ones. Obviously, there's a lot of good ones out there. Not to disparage anyone, but those ones, they seem to have the good stuff. They've got the good shit. The quartering explains that Huck is the only friend he has. Now, this is just a very sad clip. Let's just have a look.
Yeah, Huck's my best friend. This may...
Now, there's nothing wrong with saying that, you know, man's best friend. Everybody loves their animals. Everyone loves their dogs. This man is married. So surely he's going to mention his wife. Surely.
Sounds sociopathic or crazy or whatever, but like, he's the only friend I care about.
The only friend he cares about in his entire life. He doesn't have his bull anymore. Adam's gone. He doesn't have anyone he drinks with. He doesn't have anyone he plays poker with. He doesn't have anyone to play darts with. He only cares about this dog. What about the other dogs? He has like 3 other dogs and a wife.
I mean, Melanie's my friend too, and I care about her too, but...
What about your wife?
That's my guy, you know? I look down at the spot next to me where he sits every show. He comes to work with me every day, and coming to work without him has felt extremely sad.
When he says coming to work, can we just stop? I mean, I get it. This is your job, but like you're walking down to your basement. Oh, I made that long drive to work. I walked down the staircase and the desk was empty. Like, do you know how many people would love to take their dogs to work? This man is such a privileged position. He takes it all for granted.
Sad and lonely. Huck's my whole life. And I hear that, why don't you have kids, people?
Why don't you have kids?
I don't have kids. I have Huck. He is my child. You know, Huck's
I'm sorry. You got to stop pretending that animals are children. Like, animals are great. They're companions. They're fine. But like, who signs up for a child that dies in like 10 years or 15 years? That's like unhinged. Okay, like this is the thing, is that animals will always die before you unless you get a tortoise or a parrot or something. You shouldn't get parrots, by the way, because they get very, like, it's actually really sad what happens to parrots. When their owners die, they get like unhinged and like go insane. But like in most cases, you know, your pet's going to die before you. It's like, this is my child. No, it's not. You can love it. It can be great. It can be fine. It's not a child. Stop it. Okay. If you want to jokingly say you're a dog mama or a cat mama, that's fine. Okay. I won't take that away from you. But like, you're not teaching this dog how to walk, how to read, how to bring your values into society going forward. This is just a way for you to forget about your life. Okay, Jeremy, this is what you're doing. This is what Jeremy's doing. He's doing. Okay. Now you can care about your dog, sure. Absolutely. But this man has blamed his wife for not having a child when he was caught looking up male infertility on his work computer. He can never take responsibility for a single thing. It really does get your blood boiling, honestly. We've got Nana Feeder. Save Jazz audience from Gambler's neon claws. I love Gambler with his long talons and his Kleenex boxes on his feet. We got Baked Buddhist with a 5. Says Andy from the casino calls Zen switching the tactical reload. I call it the hot swap. That's what you do with batteries. Like if you have like a drone or a camera with like a really good camera, you can take out one battery and put the other battery in. Tactical reload's good though. We got some jewels as well. Thank you, my jewel friends. I think I read this one over on Kick, right? Okay.
My best friend.
All right, we got. Like this is not the first time he's done this, by the way. Like he always throws his wife under the bus. Some more jewels. So many jewels coming in. I'm getting rich with jewels, chat. It's amazing. Now we have this clip here. Brittany Venti reacting to Jeremy.
I have a feeling those are people that have never experienced grief or stress. Some people can't figure out why I'm working during all of this. I have a feeling those are people that have never experienced grief or...
All right, like I'm sure Brittany Venti's going to say exactly what I'm going to say, or at least something close to it, because it's like the normal thing to say. But like, Jeremy actually thinks that no one in the entire world has ever felt any type of grief. Like he feels like this is like he actually thinks he's the main character when he's an NPC. Like most people experience grief as a child. In fact, some people like get animals purely to teach children about how animals grow up and age and eventually die. So you can learn about grief in like a controlled environment almost, you know, before a parent something does, because you're like a grandparent, a parent, an uncle, essentially everyone on the planet. It's one of the like most common themes in all storytelling is about losing somebody. But Jeremy's like, well, you couldn't, nobody knows what I feel like. My dog is sick. And he's such a hypochondriac too, because like, remember when he got his knee was ouchy and he was like, well, I'm going to buy a wheelchair and I'm going to buy the top of the line model and it's over, guys. I'm going to lose the leg. And it's like, it's fine. Oh, it's fine. His dog's fine too, by the way. But he's like, no, it's over. He just always goes to the worst, like crazy hyperbolic. Is it YouTube brain that does this to him? Where it's like, you've got to make everything exposed. It's one day from retirement and everyone's destroyed. Like, it's this insane nth degree that he always has to escalate to.
Stress or things like that before they are.
Yes, only Jer experiences grief and stress. Mind you, he says this after his little Twitter altercation where he's saying, Brittany is a goal, she's grifting, she's a goal, however the fuck you pronounce it, she's a demon, whatever. You know, he's demonizing me, saying Brittany's grifting off of my dying dog.
I mean, he's literally demonizing her because Melanie and Jeremy, I kid you not, have claimed that they were angelic on stream. They're like, they both wore white to the same stream, and they're like, wow, we're dressed up like angels because we're Christians. Now, there's actually do I have this? Wait, hold on a second. Do I still have this clip? Or this picture? Do I have it? Maybe I have it in my show folder. My show folder. Let me see. Maybe I don't. Shit. Damn it. There's a really funny post on the farms. Oh no, I have it here. Good, I got it. Here we go. Here it is. So this is by Ice Gun Ninja on the Kiwi farms. Starts pretending to be a Christian, loses most of his career, loses his reputation, almost loses his dog. What did Christ mean by this? I think that Jeremy's fucking around and finding out. He's blaspheming and he's getting what he fucking deserves.
Even though he's using it to sell coffee, right? And then he follows up with these people. I think it's a fair assumption to say that he's also trying to include me in that. These people don't know what it's like to grieve or lose someone. Retard. Do we really need to like spell the obvious here? The whole reason I became a streamer was because I was orphaned.
Should I go maximum cringe, chat? I have the perfect cringe reference here that I'm going to get shit on if I say it. But this is just like the episode of Naruto when Sasuke and Naruto are arguing about grief, and Sasuke says to Naruto, You never even had a family. You don't know what it's like to lose people. I lost my entire family. You never had anyone, so you don't know what it's like to lose anybody. All right, do I have to say Naruto? Does that make you happy if I say Naruto? Oh, Naruto. I like saying Naruto. Okay.
I was
Makes
orphaned
people
at
mad.
16. I have no siblings. And I became a streamer when I was 17 because that was my only option.
What, is that
I was
true?
broke
Wait, did she actually lose her family? Like that's actually very sad.
and orphaned. And he's telling all these other people too, that they have never experienced grief or loss. They don't know what it's like. Jeremy, you're a fucking trust fund baby. Shut your fat fucking mouth up.
Not only is like a trust fund baby essentially, but like their family actually owns Section 8 housing. So they're basically just slumlords.
You're a pussy faggot who can only go after women.
Oh, sorry. Speaking about slumlords, I was talking to a very drunk Japanese man who showed me a lot of his skin. Some people know what I'm talking about. It's on the other channel, okay? He literally ripped down his... He showed me some pretty wild tattoos and then offered me some very illicit substances after I bought his drinks. But in that video that I put out on that he has a 15-minute rant about how much he hates Chinese people and how they're buying up the thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to edit this out. I'm going to edit this part out. He seems pretty funny. But they won't play well on YouTube, so I'll just take that out. I mean, I know you guys would be base enough to understand it, but just telling about, like, he's just like, he's just he was just a very funny Japanese guy who may or may not have been a gangster.
And then cry victim. You're a fucking cry bully.
He's a crybilly.
Why don't you take that energy that you have to bring the women to other men, or better yet, take it to a fucking treadmill before you run your mouth. Go run on a fucking treadmill.
Some people can't figure out why I'm working during all of this.
I can understand burying your grief in work, but the thing is, Jeremy thinks that this is a virtue to be working, and not even working, but he thinks it's a virtue to be seen to be working by anonymous random hordes of people. He did this with his father. When his father, on the day that his father died, rather than stand by his family, his sister, his mother, you know, be the rock, the new man of the household, he decided he had to do streams. Because if you didn't know what Brie Larson was talking about that week, then all hell would break loose. All right, we've got a really funny one here with a 15 Australian dollar says, no meme. The only monster here is the gambling monster that has enslaved his dents. I call him Hambly, and it's time to snatch his dents from his neon claws. It's very, very good Simpsons reference there. I appreciate that a lot. That's a fantastic episode. We got some more jewels there as well. He's firing blanks. Heather's probably, I mean, maybe she's just hoping that she can freeze her eggs or something and last out the marriage.
I have a feeling those are people that have never experienced grief or stress or things like that before. They are
like, grief is such a ubiquitous feeling that it's actually surprising if there's someone that has not felt grief in their life, right? Like, essentially the only people in life that have never felt grief are 10-year-olds, maybe. Like, maybe you get to 10 before you feel grief, if you're lucky. Right? Most people feel grief, their first grief, around 5 or 6 or something like that. Is super common. It's Jeremy is so out of touch with the entire world that he thinks that only he has these human emotions. He's a real human being.
By the way, nobody else experiences stress except for Jeremy, who claims to be rich and is living this cushy life, trying to get all these custom things, his expensive fish tank that he let all his fish die because he's a very caring pet owner, by the way. All of his fish die, all right?
His fish are dead. This is confirmed, actually. Not only did he lose it, there's new fish deaths. I'm not even joking.
Right? All of them. Just like, oh yeah, survival of the fittest. Actual quote from him when his tank got infected. Oh yeah, but nobody experiences stress but me. While I get to collect all my Rolexes and I get to spend all this money and then grift off my audience and act like I'm broke to get money off of them and, you know, pretend I'm going to donate to charity.
He's never shown receipts for this, by the way, any of his toy for tots or things like that. You know, the crazy thing is, personally, I find it disgusting that he uploaded a clip of his dog having a seizure. Not that you can't show that on a YouTube video, not that you can't show dogs having a seizure, but the fact that you know that he put it in there purely so you would feel emotional, that you might get sad, and you would buy his coffee. That's what's disgusting about it, the grifting of it all. And it's really crazy that Jeremy actually refers to these animals as his children, because he said on tape with Melanie Mack that you should not abort like a Down syndrome baby because you could put it to work on a farm, basically. I'm not even joking. I'm not even gilding the lily here. He said you could open a ranch or a farm and there could be free-range retards that people could come and like make you like. It's actually just like he's thinking about enslaving people. It's ridiculous. And he's now he has the opportunity to do it finally, because he couldn't get Heather pregnant because his shrimp don't swim. They're cooked, they're frozen, they're useless, they're tasteless. That tasteless, that's a bit weird to say. Bit of a Freudian slip there, maybe. Who knows? But now he has this opportunity. Like the F-150 can't show that. The guys going through the garbage can't show that. The guys going through Coffee Brand Coffee, harassing employees can't show that. Dog has a seizure, immediately shows it the first opportunity he gets. Lee, show the receipts. He finally has the receipts to show, and it's most likely from his own making. What is that condition that like women sometimes get? Or I guess it's not women, but parents, where they was it Munchausen's by proxy or something like that, where they induce their children into these sort of diseases so that they can garner sympathy. Is that what it is? Munchausen's? Is that what people say?
A literal documentary on the amount of grifts this man has had, and several hour-long documentary from June the King documenting this. He's constantly trying to get one over on other people, but he's the one who's experiencing stress. He's the only one who knows what pain or loss is like as he proceeds to try to get over on everyone.
I want to be extra cringe and then make like a Naruto edit of Jeremy as doing the pain thing, like you will feel my pain, but it's like super round when he's like blocking out the son of Konoha or something. We got Impulse saying that Naruto speak is the same from speech is from the same from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, where Ron and Harry argue. Is that true? I'm not as well versed as in Harry Potter as I am with Naruto. Naruto-chan? Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right, what we got here next? So Jeremy had to restart his computer, starts his stream late due to tech issues. We get an update. Now, this is his best friend, by the way. So his dog is his best friend. He didn't even know how old his best friend was. He was saying this was a 7-year-old dog. He's a 5-year-old dog.
I had some technical issues on my end. My apologies for being late. It's not something I try to do very often. Today, I had some tech issues on my end. I had to restart my computer. So it took longer than I had hoped. Update. Many of you know my dog has been in the emergency room the last day.
Why is he always using his fucking phone while streaming?
He had about a dozen seizures yesterday.
Or is he trying to hide his eyes so he can pretend to be crying?
Lost his vision as a result of that, which is obviously really bad. But it's hard for me to even like process that.
Oh, he was arguing on Twitter. That actually makes sense.
Right now, because I'm just hoping he survives. He's only 5 years old. I thought he was 7. I don't know why he's only 5.
He doesn't even care about his best friend enough to know how old he is. Like, isn't the day like most people get their puppies like when they're pretty fresh, right? Like a couple weeks old or something, or like after they finish weaning, you know? Isn't that like one of the biggest like memories you have of a pet is the first day that you have them, because they're all goofy and they're young. And if you adopt them, I guess, but still be different. But like usually you find out how old they are, right? And you just know that he got this from like a top of the line breeder or something, because he always has to get the premium model. So he probably went to a puppy mill to get this, right?
So my hope is my plan right now is not to even worry about that.
What's up with his nose? He's got like a weird cut on his nose here.
Or think of,
is he shaving his nose? Does he have a hairy nose?
About dealing with that. Because a blind huck is way better than no huck at all. The report this morning was that he did not have any more seizures after 6 p.m. yesterday, which means he's now gone, what? So he had like a dozen in 8 hours, and then so 6 p.m., 6 and 5 and 2, so 13 hours with no seizures. So that's good. I have no idea the extent of the damage. My concern is brain damage. Obviously,
you know what's crazy? It's just how lazy Jeremy is and how much of a nothing show he has. Because Jeremy claims that, like if you look at this just shows you how fake Rumble is, honestly. Or at least how cheap the Rumble bots are. Okay, maybe Rumble's a good boy, didn't do nothing. Maybe I just have some animosity to Rumble. But allegedly, he's been streaming for 6 minutes, according to the stream chat. And he has 2,600 people watching him. Although somehow he only has 13 likes on his stream. He claims he gets 7,000 people watching his streams live, and his streams go for an hour and a half, basically. Like recently, maybe they're 2 hours at best. I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes, and we've basically just started this segment. How does he have nothing to say? He can't find enough to steal? It's too much work? You got Farron with another 10. How's it going? Like, are you up early, Farron? Like, isn't it pretty early for you? We're in DC or something, right? The 4 to 5 months watching Jeremy is a case study in narcissism, sociopathy, cluster B, and unapologetic behavior full force. He's shown people can be greedy and lie to get money, just like billionaires we hate. The thing is, I think the reality is if you are an unscrupulous character who has no shame and no empathy for your fellow human man, it's very easy to make money. Because there's a certain group of people in this world where you can just lie to straight up and tell. I mean, this is exactly why beggars exist on the bus, right? Where they're like, "Oh, I can't afford to get home. Can I have a $5?" If you just go full like shameless grifter and start begging and being completely as pathetic as possible, people will give you money. Because I think that most people in the world, or at least 51% of people in the world, are probably good. Otherwise, the world wouldn't operate, I think. And it's people like Jeremy, parasites of society, that make their entire living out of extracting value out of the people that are just like, well, he can't possibly be lying about, he wouldn't lie about his dog, right? It's those sort of people he takes advantage of. And it's usually the old people too, in Jeremy's case. Like the average Jeremy viewer is probably like a 6-year-old person that's shitting in their pants, looking for their MAGA memes. And even though he's totally not a political stream or anything.
See, now they told me he's blind. There's a chance his sight can come back, but I'm not really worrying about that. I just want him to survive. And
Parasite sums him up. Like, I can't say this enough. And it's annoying because it's almost like redundant when you're talking about Jeremy, because you'll say things like it beggars belief, or it's beyond parody, or he's a parasite, or he's spineless, or he's a grifter. And it's just like you say it so much that it starts to lose meaning. But Jeremy is a parasite. He is a big fat tick that is draining the lifeblood out of any community and any content that he can find. He is a leech without literally without a spine, not literally, I guess figuratively without a spine. And this is the way that I describe him: is he's a massive amorphous blob that stands for nothing and rolls downhill towards the closest drain, the path of least resistance to enrich his own life. He is just the blob.
I'm expecting a call any moment for some sort of update. I haven't.
Now, this is really cringe because I think this was a theory that Don Flergany came up with. Although if someone else did, I don't want to steal their credit, their work or anything. But like Jeremy's stream seemed like it was being dragged on. Like it was a short stream, like maybe just an hour, 20 minutes, an hour 30 minutes, something like that. But it seemed like Jeremy was keeping the stream going purely because he wanted to get the dog call live on stream. I think anyone that actually cared about like their child or their animal would stop the stream. Was like, look, the phone's ringing. All right, guys, it's over, or I'll pause the stream. He wanted to have the call on stream so that he could say, guys, the dog's not going to make it, or the dog's going to pull through. If you agree with that, press 1, because I think he absolutely was just biding his time, waiting for that. He's like, he probably called up the vet and said like, can you make sure to call me at 1:30 p.m. because I'll be busy otherwise. I guarantee you he did that. We got Manny with a 2,000 kick says, fuck you, Jer Bear. I hope you rot in hell. You deserve nothing, sir. Nothing at all. Bad day to you. Suffer, Jeremy. Suffer, bitch. Thank you very much, Manny. Big supporter on kick.
Yeah, today.
Got another
So
F
I want
here.
to tell everyone I appreciate, and I'm extremely thankful for their prayers. I'm just trying to keep it together.
Total fish death. Like I've got the fish death clip somewhere in my tabs, but like I don't want to play it just yet. But yes, can we get some Fs in the chat for Jeremy's clownfish? They died. Apparently Heather went away for 2 days, and suddenly all the fish and all the dogs are like suffering from that. I guarantee you that Heather was the one giving the dogs their medicine, and that's why they're suffering now, because she's out of the house or something.
Some people can't figure out why I'm working during all of this.
No, we can understand working. Why are you telling people about this?
I have a feeling those are people that have never experienced grief or stress or things like that before. They are uneducated people. All
right, so this is the beginning of the Venti clip. I just wanted to play the other part first. All right, good stuff. All right, we have the Kino Grove, a lot of Kino Grove today. The quartering is the reason we know his dog is dying. He makes every personal mishap public knowledge. And this is this the one in response to no, this is just more comments on the one that we've already covered, actually. So we don't, this was a bit superfluous. Let me see. So the quartering just admitted that he doesn't have pet insurance for Huck. He's a millionaire and he doesn't have fucking pet insurance for a dog that he knows he has epilepsy. Well, the thing is, he's lying about this. Jeremy, I think there was a Kiwi Farm post that I saw where someone was like, Jeremy's already grifted twice this month. He can't make a GoFundMe for the dog because in the same month, he gave $5,000 to Candace Owens. He wanted to give her $7,000, but now this this dog expense is just too much for this Mr. Millionaire. Now he's absolutely lying about having pet insurance because the Kiwi farmers found the clip where he admits to having pet insurance. So did he get rid of it to save money? Because apparently he changed to Costco because he didn't want to pay it for his dog because it was too expensive. Now here we go. So this is going back a couple days now. This is while the dog is in the I get to pick up Huck in 2.5 or 2.5 hours. Midnight. I'm so worried. I'm so wired. I'm just pacing around driving everyone crazy. Now I actually have footage of this. I was able to actually go contact the veterinarian office and they had security footage of Jeremy pacing around the ER waiting for Huck. Here you go. You know, because he's a large boy. All right. So he gets the news that Huck is going to be okay. Huck is going to be okay. His vision has returned, no seizures in the last 24 hours. And that's a W. Like, good old doggo. Like, if nothing else, this dog, I hope it survives, obviously. But the thing is, if Jeremy can't afford pet insurance, he shouldn't be in possession of this dog. If he's going to be bold enough to tell Nina Infinity that she should euthanize her cat, then Jeremy should be man enough to give his dog to somebody that can actually take care of it. Hashtag save Huck. We couldn't save Sunny. Maybe we can save Panda, but maybe we can also save Huck. I don't know. Evidence points to... Now, this is where it gets crazy, and he just goes full into Costco. Evidence points to a bad prescription for Costco. What evidence? His feeling. He has no evidence for this. It was the right pill. So he actually looked at the pill. Everything's right. But it's either expired or bad or something. I'm sending them out for testing. Now, he made this tweet when he had no idea how to do this. Apparently, his wife is a chemist. Can anyone confirm this? Is Heather actually a chemist? This also just goes... I mean, if she is, that goes to prove that she's not in the house. Now, I don't know for certain, but I have heard that this particular medication doesn't really just go bad. Like, maybe it gets weaker over time, but the dog apparently had none of this in its system. You would expect at least a little bit in there, something, right? It's like, unless they completely... I mean, it's not impossible that the drug manufacturers just didn't inject whatever it is into the pills that day, into the filler. I suppose that does happen from time to time, but pharmacies are one of the most regulated and controlled industries in the entire world, especially in America. And I have some posts that'll talk about this. Don't worry about Farron if you're in the chat. I have yours loaded up somewhere. They're right here. There you go. So it is incredibly unlikely. And he just sounds like he's making up these stories. So he says, thank you all for the prayers. Update. I also have a family member whose dog also gets seizures on the same medicine, also from Costco. And now this he is very important. We'll come back to those. The dog seizures, his dog had seizures this week, 4 seizures this week. Something is up. Jeremy just pulled this out of his fucking ass. So he just happens to have a family member that also has a dog with seizures, that also goes to this Costco and also uses this medication rather than, say, the Walgreens or wherever else the other places were going. This is just too much of a coincidence. Unless these dogs are twins, maybe, and they live next door to each other, maybe, I guess. This seems like I think Jeremy just made this the fuck up, especially since he refers to this person as a he. And later he refers to this as his aunt. I mean, maybe his aunt's maybe they made the aunts woke. Maybe they made it political. I don't know. I'm going to leave this one open so we can come back to it because I want to reference that again. All right. So, Oh, actually, I have another one of this. I'll just leave this one open. There we go. I've got a double copy of this. All right. Oops. Now, here's what's really embarrassing. That Jeremy is such a parody of a person that the Kiwi farmers were actually able to use pre-crime to determine what the thumbnail was going to look like. So this is what the Kiwi farmers expected, okay? This is insane, actually. So the Kiwi farmers, when they heard that Quartering's dog was in the ER, they made this thumbnail like a day ago or 2 days ago or something, right? This is the real thumbnail. Oh, you know what? I should have done a guess which one is real one. This is the real thumbnail that Quartering released. Costco nearly killed my dog. I was terrified. It's the same fucking face. Here's the question, and I'm actually not sure about this. Did Jeremy read the Kiwi Farms and then see their thumbnail and then he just like cropped out the other image? Did he actually steal this thumbnail from the Kiwi Farms? Once again, this is the real one. This is the fake one. It's hard to tell. They're basically the same. The left killed my dog. This is the real one. Okay. Costco nearly killed my dog. It's the exact same photo. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, which is probably what Huck feels like too. But that's a bit of a dark joke there. But I mean, from living in Quartering's house, not because he hasn't feeding him the medicine. Okay. So this is the actual photo of this is the actual thumbnail that Jeremy uploaded. Costco nearly killed my dog. Now, he has no evidence for this. He hasn't tested the pills yet. Jeremy even admits in his stream that he's like, well, what happens if I get to the lab to test the pills and then nothing happens? I guess the lawyers will have no case. Yes. I'm actually getting like mad about this. Like I'm actually getting slightly miffed, as it were. We got Scott Jonesy sent a husky with 800 joules. That's very appropriate. There we go. We got a treat as well. Well, that's also appropriate too. We got Farron Bounce with another 2 says, "'Twas the aunt's dog the whole time, changed my mind." Oh, that's an interesting theory. That's an interesting theory. Aren't these kind of pills that his dog takes used for alcohol withdrawal symptoms? I don't know about that. What I've heard, and I know very limited about these medications, but what I've heard is that humans can take this dog pill and it gives them an effect similar to alcohol. So you get the grogginess, the drowsiness, the drunk feeling from taking these dog pills. Now, Jeremy is allegedly on keto or keto. I don't know which one's it. Which one? I forgot which one to chat likes and which one they don't like. Is it keto or is it keto? I say keto, so that's one they hate, must be. So Jeremy's on keto. The Australian molesting the vows again, as it were. Jeremy's on keto and he can't get drunk because that's going to pop him out of the keto. So maybe he's taking the dog's pills. That sounds like a crazy conspiracy theory, except there just happens to be a clip of him with Bering and Count Dankula talking about him looking at his dog's pills with envious eyes and thinking about just popping a handful of them. I'm not even joking. All right. So that is... Oh, this isn't the first. I just love this. I just love this. This is the secret source of all the Kiwi farms. Look at this. Look at this good boy. All right, look. Can't we have a few more data centers for more pictures like this? Look, he's got the huckster. He's the huckold in the hospital. He's got his little. He's got his heartbeat there. He's got his pulse. It's good dog status over on the fence there. Do not feed beggars, I guess it says. He's using the Kiwi Farms, recovery in progress. He's got the H2O and bone broth. It's like, this is such a great AI image, okay? What the fuck? I love Grok now. All right, so now we get into the actual video. The actual video. I was terrified. Now, you'll notice that Jeremy had to lock the comments on this. And he's been hiding, of course, he's doing the Jeremy special of hiding every single negative post on his Twitter account. But let's see why. Who was responsible? He's crying he's almost crying, chat. Can't you have a heart? If you feel sorry for Jeremy, put a 1 in the chat right now.
Extremely difficult for me and my family.
Oh, let's go back a bit though.
So this week has been extremely difficult for me and my family. One of the most terrifying weeks and ordeals that I've ever been through. And I believe.
Is this like, I'm going to be really nitpicky here, okay? If you're just married with a wife and no kids, I mean, I guess you do have a family. You've got friends and friends and family, right? Like your wife, you've got your parents and stuff. But like, I feel like when like single couples say our family and they're talking about their wife, it's just like, it's a bit cringe. You don't have any kids. Just say my wife and I were very concerned. Maybe this is a pet peeve of mine. It's like stolen valor for the people that actually have real children. We got Impulse saying, you forgot my last super chat, but ignore it. We moved on. Did I? Sent a link to the Harry Potter clip in the Discord name under memes. Okay. I'll check it out. Thank you.
For legal purposes, this is my opinion. I will lay out the evidence for you.
All right. For legal purposes, this is my opinion. Jeremy poisoned his dog because he's an ignorant and lazy person that forgot to feed his dog his proper medicine, or perhaps just ate the medicine.
And you let me know what you think.
I think you poisoned your dog because you're incompetent.
And most importantly,
and you know what? If Jeremy sends this away, I'll say this right now. If Jeremy sends away these pills to the lab and they do come back that they are defective, and he posts the receipts for this, and he does sue Costco like he's claiming, then I will applaud him and say, you know what, Jeremy, I was wrong. I apologize. And you did a good job exposing this fraudulent medicine.
I need some help. No, I'm not asking you for money.
Countdown to ad.
Although you could buy some coffee, that'd be good.
There it is. 1 second. 1 second. I'm not asking for money, but can we get the instant replay on that?
Think. And most importantly, I need some help. No, I'm not asking you for money. Although you could buy some coffee, that'd be good. But I need some help from people who are smarter than me and basically everyone that watches.
Well, that's true. This is a broken clock is right twice a day. Basically, everyone that's smart. People that watch Courting for fun aren't that much smarter than him, but they are still smarter than him.
This is, and so hopefully there's some smarty pants out there that can help me.
Couldn't you just ask your wife if she does indeed work as a chemist, or at least has chemist experience? And like, Jeremy apparently had the intelligence to figure out what pills his dog was being given, check the code, the serial number on these pills, and make sure they were in fact the correct pills, and he wasn't given a prescription or anything like. So he was smart enough to do that, but then he's not smart enough to type into Google or Grok, how do I check if pills are real or not? Is there a lab I can send these to? He's literally asking the chat to let me Google that for you. That's like, holy shit, that's an old thing that only boomers will understand.
On Sunday night at 2 a.m., my dog Huck, who is a part of the show.
This man doesn't even know the difference between AM and PM, and you expect him to be able to properly administer dog medication twice a day?
Oh, many of you guys have seen him. He comes in on the live stream all the time.
Does he? Does he? I mean, like, if you're watching like the Don or something, like Baxter jumps up or pulls the cable out of the TV or something, that's like a reoccurring segment on the show. Like if you're watching my show, sometimes the kitchen door breaks and suddenly my girlfriend is like laughing and giggling and distracting me so I can't work. I'm like trying to be a bully on the internet, but she won't let me. It's cringe, okay? I tried to explain it to her, but she doesn't get it. But like, have you ever seen Quartering's dog like jump up on his lap or something, or lick his face or something? I don't think I've ever seen a clip of that. Maybe it happens, but like,
see him in my standalone videos. He's my best friend. He is my rock. I have a bond with him that is indescribable. I think that.
Hey, look, I don't want to be mean to dogs, okay?
Most people have bonds with their pets on a similar rate. It doesn't matter if you have a pet snake, a dog, whatever breed of dog you have.
I'm sorry. This just simply isn't true. Like, yes, you can form incredibly important, like, yes, if you lose a dog, it's like a terrible thing. It's like something that'll make you sad for years, probably. But I'm sorry, they're not on the same level as humans, as people. You don't feel the same. Comparing a human being to a snake, I mean, maybe if the only human he interacts with is Melanie Mack, that would make sense, because she is a snake. She's very snake coded, apart from just her attitude.
But the reason this story is extra concerning is because it likely affects human beings too.
Dogs are better than people. Here's the thing. Dogs are better than strangers. Dogs are not better than your own family. I mean, maybe if you've got like a terrible mother-in-law or something, I can understand. But like, if you have your own children, you would never say that your dog is better than your kids. Hey, how's it going, Don? Some good stuff recently. Don Flogany confirming with a scoop. We got a journalist on the scene saying, yes, Heather is a chemist and works in a lab. Wait, I thought maybe she'd have like a degree in chemical engineering or something, but she actually works in a lab, and then somehow Jeremy doesn't know how to get his pills tested. That just confirms they're divorced then, or at least separated. And I think that's actually the root of this, is that's why the dog got sick, is that Heather was the one administering the medication. Because, like, think about it. If Jeremy is walking the dogs 2 times a week and Heather's walking the dogs 5 times a week, she's clearly giving them their food and medication and everything as well. So Heather goes away for a little trip to Monkey Island or something. She takes a little flight over to the Caribbean, maybe to Jamaica or something. And then suddenly the dogs go sick and the fish start dying. I think we found the answer.
So my dog, Huck, has epilepsy, or he gets seizures. And he has been on medicine for the last 2 years for that. It's called phenobarbital. And then he also takes something called Keppra. And those 2 medications combined have, for the most part, over the past year and a half, kept him seizure free.
Wait, so he did have seizures while on this medication?
A few weeks ago.
That's not very good for Jeremy's argument.
We moved all of our prescriptions to Costco. Now, again, I'm just laying out the evidence. You tell me what you think.
I think you poison your dogs through incompetence, or by leaving Zins around, or by just simply, I don't know, popping their own pills. 1 for you, 1 for me. 1 for you, 1 for me. I mean, he stuffed, I kid you not, he stuffed these pills in cheese. And you're going to tell me he's not going to just have one as a little bit of a treat?
We switched everything over there because, quite frankly, it's cheaper. And look, it's a prescription. You think it comes in a bottle, it's whatever. You would think it's the right thing.
I mean, I would hope so.
Especially if it comes in a manufactured bottle. Now, this particular prescription did not. It came in a regular Costco bottle.
What?
And Sunday night.
Does medication come in all manner of things? Like, there's the blister packs and medication, and even, what's weird is in Japan they sell medication in dust form. Like, they give you a paper square of dust. It's some Asian shit. I don't think they do this in America. This is like, nobody in chat has probably experienced this except me. But you go to the chemist sometimes, and they'll get out like a piece of paper, and they'll just put dust on it. It's not opium, I swear to God. Stop posting live in the chat. But they'll pour it out on like a square, and then they'll fold it up. They'll go like this, and they'll fold it up, and they'll give it to you to take home. And you have to like unfold it and like pour it into hot water. I'm telling you, it's not opium. I swear to God.
At 2 a.m. began basically 72 hours of...
It's just like, the best thing about the dust is it looks like sand.
The most stressful, distressing situation that I've ever been a part of. Now I'm going to so when you have somebody who has seizures,
I'm talking about moving into my big office, my new office and everything. And like the opium stories come out, and you see my office in like Japan, and it says like memecopium, but then the C's kind of strange, and then it falls off, and it's like, oh no, it's the memecopium channel. It was there all along. It was hiding in plain sight. You know what's crazy is that like I dated a Chinese girl several years ago, and she was really upset about the opium wars. Because she was legit from Wuhan, and like if I ever talked about opium, not that I just talk about opium all the time. I've never tried any of these things. Okay, just like out of curiosity, I was like talking about the opium wars. She got really upset. Patient 0. Well, that's the crazy thing, is that I actually think I was one of the first patients of COVID, because like in December 2019, I got sick like with a flu for like 9 days straight, and I could not move out of my bed, and I was like 40-degree temperature, not like Ricada level 42 degrees, but I was pretty hot, okay? And it was one of the worst sickness of my entire life, but I just like left. I just stayed at home. I was just like, oh, fuck it, I'll just stay at home. I'll just suffer it, because that's what a man does, unlike Jeremy, who has to make all of his suffering public to the world. But it was exactly at the same time that like the coup started, and I feel like I was one of the first patients. I could have been the spreader, actually. Maybe I was the super spreader. It was all an op. Revenge from the Wuhan misses. Who knows?
The doctors tell you to film it so they can identify what type of seizure it is.
Oh, by the way, there may be a frame or two of this dog having a seizure. I'm going to try and avoid it, because I don't feel it's necessary to show. I mean,
it's
pretty disgusting to illustrate what Jeremy will actually do to try and get sympathy. But I think that if you want to see it, you know where to find it.
A mall or hemiplegic or whatever the case is. And a lot of people, of course, have taken me being quote unquote too open with the internet as an opportunity to make fun of me. I don't really care. I love my dog. And
I love my dog. Here's a 10-second video of him having a seizure. Huh? Imagine if you did like let's take Jeremy's point of view for a second. Let's put ourselves in his ridiculous looking shoes, as we know from his vlog channel, which what I am sad about is his vlog channel not living anymore, because that was pretty good to make fun of that. But let's put him into his comically large, embarrassingly dirty, like Converse shoes or whatever he was wearing. What are those? If we assumed that this dog, Huck, is Jeremy's child, this is how Jeremy sees Huck as his child. Would you upload a 10-second video of your child having a seizure? That's unhinged. If you really love it, right? Chad Wellington says, this just in, memecopium visits opium dens. No, I'm running them. That's the thing. That's my business. It's come out finally.
I know a lot of my viewers care about they're part of the show.
Is it though?
But a lot of people don't understand just how serious the situation is. So
no, it's pretty fucking serious. The dog's having a seizure because you're incompetent.
2 a.m. Sunday night. Now I'm going to show you a clip because I want you to understand what kind of damage was done and how brutal it is on the animal. I'm only going to show you a short clip because I know it can be distressing.
But the thing is, that's the entire reason he's showing it, because he wants you to be distressed. Because if you're distressed, maybe you'll open up your wallets. We got Bohepans on Kick says, do not trust Jer ever. He hasn't been on True Keto. What? Phenobarbital is no longer prescribed to humans. Oh, is that the thing that his dog is on? Phenobarbital? Almost ever. Very unlikely pills are defective. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
But I want to show you, again, just weeks after switching our prescription to Costco, he never had a problem for years on the exact same pill.
All right, we'll switch over to this for just a second. So that I think this is the one where it's like the sensor.
I love my dog and long time.
So this is what Jeremy showed, okay? This is what Jeremy showed.
This is what
this one is what Jeremy showed, but has been censored by
it looks like
on Twitter. So it's just straight up a dog, like a 10-second clip of his dog having a seizure.
Don't look at him.
Why are you saying don't look at him? And then you show him the internet. Do you hear this voice? Yes, it's getting worse. It's so robotic. Like, this is like snuff porn or something. Is he like a zoo sadist? So that's the clip. Now, if we go over to, and like, it was like this. I mean, I've seen some pretty wild stuff in my time. So like, I don't want to make anyone sad watching this stream. I try and entertain people, but I am kind of like incised by today's activities. We got Farron's tweet over here. Now, Farron was making some research. He's an investigative journalist. She says 3 claims from the quartering about his poor dog and Costco pharmacy debunked. And by the way, Jeremy took umbrage with this post. Jeremy, Mr. Everything's okay, all tactics are fine. He was like, so sick that Farron is trying to get me sued over my dog suffering. You're just trying to get clicks. But then, like, he's literally trying to get clips for this. But 3 claims from the quartering. The pharmacy safety isn't casual. Pharmacies have multiple safeguards surrounding the prescription, including labeling, dosage, and patient safety. Pharmacists are specifically responsible for identifying issues such as excessive quantities, drug interactions, errors, and expiration dates, which exist for a reason. The FDA requires evidence supporting a drug's stability, strength, quality, and purity through its labeled shelf life, and quality checks are done every 2 to 3 weeks. A 2-hour seizure is a medical emergency. So he's claiming his dog had a 2-hour seizure. Seizures lasting more than 5 minutes require immediate medical veterinary attention because it can result in serious brain damage or death. So if Jeremy's story is true, he was watching his dog seize out for 2 hours before he decided to take it to the emergency room, or whatever the vet equivalent of the emergency room is. Claiming a 2-hour seizure without serious consequences is profoundly misleading, and ignoring it would be negligent. Any human with epilepsy or pet parent with a pet with epilepsy are educated on these facts, including if a seizure goes longer than 5 minutes. Friends, family should call emergency medical services. Now, this is what he's claiming now, is that the dog has blindness, but blindness doesn't simply come and go. I spoke with a family friend, a veterinarian, licensed in Illinois and Wisconsin. Oh, interesting. who says that dogs can experience temporary blurred vision after a seizure, which can go back to normal days to weeks later. A dog becoming completely blind from seizure, then regaining full vision, is simply not possible, even in humans. Jeremy's stories keep colliding with basic medical and pharmaceutical reality. At some point, credibility requires evidence. Bring it, not a random, unverified video, to tug on heartstrings, let alone disturb many. As you once said, show me the... Hey, you know what? I've got the clip for that right here.
Show me the receipts. You know what?
Could you imagine this guy was a Redditor? Big shock this guy turned out to be a Redditor, huh? Now I need to, you know what? I'll just bring up. I'll just get this play for. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I don't want to show this part again. I'll skip over that. So he showed it completely uncensored. I'll go back frame by frame. You know what? I'll just take this off the screen for a second. There we go. Okay, so now we're back into it.
No, that was 10 seconds. He was like that for 2 hours.
Have you ever seen a, like, I'm sorry, I think he's trying to cry here. I think he's trying to induce tears, and it's not coming because he's actually a robot. You guys figured out the secret business. You got it. Chad Wellington says, when memecopium is off air, he uses opium and pretends he's Johnny Depp from hell. What? In from hell? And randomly accuses randoms around Japan of being Jack the Ripper. You know, it's funny. Nah, never mind. You got memecopium, yeah. Hold on. Do you guys want to see this briefly? My interaction recently. Hold on. I'll show you this real quick. If it's on my desktop, otherwise... Oh, no, it's not on my desktop. Sorry. I'll just keep playing this. Basically, a random Japanese guy in a bad part of Japan offered me some drugs. That's what I was going to show you. And I got most of it on film. But I didn't put that online.
Hours. He was like that.
It's funny because the area that he was offering me drugs, there's literally signs that says don't sell drugs in bars if you want to be a man.
He suffered nearly a dozen seizures in 8 hours.
A dozen seizures?
We rushed him to the emergency room.
It's like we rushed him to the emergency room after 8 hours. Excuse me?
And I was sure.
The video is incredible. You love the tattoo. Yeah, the tattoo guy was really funny. Maybe I should have included the 10-minute segment where he was just talking about how much he dislikes Chinese people.
Or he wasn't going to make it. He lost his vision. He was totally blind. Many times this is permanent in, really bad seizure situations.
Well, basically, it's always permanent is what Farron Street was basically saying.
And understand that when I say he was like that for 2 hours, there's also extended periods of pain and confusion after each episode. So he was basically suffering for...
I mean, he might be used to that if he lives with Jeremy, though.
15 hours, something like that. I took him to the emergency vet. After heroic efforts at the vet, they finally got his seizures to stop after about 12 hours. And after some very expensive blood tests...
Don't you feel sorry for him? He's paying so much money. Oh my goodness, it's very expensive. You better buy some coffee. Can you, like, oh my goodness, it's so expensive. Not begging though.
They said that his phenol levels, the levels of the drug that prevent his seizures in his system, were 8. I don't.
Would they be that expensive? Like, I'm not doubting that the dog MRI and like emergency seizure treatment is expensive, but like a dog blood test, would that be expensive? Isn't that like a kind of a basic or routine procedure? Maybe specifically for testing this phenol or whatever he's talking about. Not phenol, but phenol, whatever it is called. I mean, maybe it is expensive. It just seems like it shouldn't be expensive. By the way, he's supposed to have pet insurance, but he doesn't. He's got a dog with seizures, but he doesn't have pet insurance.
Know what that means, but then I asked, well, what does that mean? What is 8? What are they supposed to be?
I suppose it'd be expensive if they didn't know what they were testing for. But if they're just looking for the seizure medication...
The neurologist told me it was as if he had not gotten his phenobarbital in a week.
Apparently, it was supposed to be around 150 to $100. Well, that's a lot of money for Jeremy.
He gets it twice a day. So that's 14 missed pills. Almost an entire bottle.
2 weeks. Is that how long Heather's been gone? Is that the question?
The vet said, well, was he puking it up? Is he spitting it out? No, he wasn't. How do I know that? Because his dog is in my hip pocket 24 hours a day. I know when he pukes. Secondarily, the levels...
But your wife is walking him 5 days a week. You only walk the dogs on the weekend. This is just a bold-faced lie.
Of the other 2 medicines that he gets in his pill were fine. He gets an allergy pill. He gets the Keppra, which also helps prevent seizures. So I know if he was puking it up, he would have been scratching like crazy because he needs allergy pills.
German probably wasn't eating it because you weren't administering it, right?
Shepherds are a lot of work. He's kind of like a bubble boy.
I mean, it's not impossible that the dog develops sort of immunity or resistance to it.
If he had been puking up or spitting out these pills, I would have found some of the 14 cheese pockets that I used to give him his pills laying around the house.
So he's putting the pills into cheese pockets, you say? I wonder where cheese pockets could disappear to. Into the Jeremy household. He just happens to be on his keto diet where he's not allowed to drink alcohol, but he's allowed to eat cheese. Just happens to be in piles of cheese. I mean, there's any number of things that could have happened. I think it's so unlikely that the medication was faulty. It's not impossible. We'll give him that for now. But Jeremy said he's going to get this tested. If he doesn't release the results of this test, then he honestly needs to be tarred and feathered. He said he'll release them whatever happens, whatever the cost, right? Or whatever the results. Do they just happen to be in the cheese pockets? Maybe the other dog was eating them. Maybe you were eating them. Maybe the dog was just not swallowing the pills and walking around and spitting them up under the couch or something. Animals do that.
Of course, I found none.
That's why you usually put the animals like the pill in their mouth and like rub their neck so they have to swallow it, right?
If he had spit them up and my other dogs had eaten them, I would know because suddenly my dog other healthy dogs would be on phenobarbital and they wouldn't be moving at all. They'd be laying around all day.
How would you know if you're in the basement all day? Huck's the only one that's in the basement, right? Like, how would he know this? He doesn't even, like I said, he doesn't even walk his dogs 5 days a week and he's going to notice that they're just having a nap. Saint Rebus gifted 5 subs over on Keck. And Impulse gifted a rage quit saying, can we nominate him for a Razzie Award? Good question, actually. I think he doesn't even deserve that, though. He just takes it as a compliment. We got, what we got over here? We got Kairosa Destroyer with a 5. It kind of reminds me of my teacher when I was in high school. We called him Moroya the Destroyer. Jira unironically reminds me of Nick Ricada, right down to the similar instances. Like, this is the thing, is like Nick Ricada and Jeremy are very similar, but one of them is very thin, one of them, well, actually, I won't even say that because Nick's a bit chubby now. But they are very, very similar, except for the size difference. Right down to the substance, animal abuse, etc. Thank God Jeremy doesn't have kids. Well, the thing is, Jeremy's laughed about drowning puppies before. Jeremy's talked about shocking his dogs with shock collars when Hassan's drama happened. So, like, the idea that he's like some sort of perfect dog parent who's treating them like princesses is just not true. Taigo Toshimi with a 5 says, I don't know how to ask this nicely. Why does Jeremy hold his mics like he's ready to perform fellatio? I think it's because he thinks it makes him a serious person. You know, like serious people hold microphones, or it's like a style, you know, oh, we're talking like this. It's also like kind of annoys me when like people are holding their like lav mics. They're like, hey guys, this is a very, very intimate and amateur, but very important investigation. That's why we're holding all our mics. What do you think about that? Hates me. I hate that so much. They're called lav mics. Put them on your fucking lavaliers.
On top of that,
drives me nuts.
My aunt also has a dog that has seizures.
Does his aunt have a penis? Because it says here, I have a family member whose dog also gets seizures from Costco, and he dog has 4 seizures this week. You know, like when a child is lying and they give you extra details? Like, that's always the tell, right? If someone's lying, they give you too much information.
Phil's phenobarbital prescriptions at that same Costco, and her dog this week started having a rash of seizures. Yes, it's circumstantial.
A family member having dog seizures at this Costco in this part of Wisconsin with this prescription and this localized entirely in Jeremy's family. May I see it? No.
Sure. You know, it's circumstantial. It's possible.
Is he reading from a script?
That two dogs that are both on phenobarbital from the exact same pharmacy, suddenly the pill stopped working.
How common is this? Like, if these dogs are like puppy siblings or something, okay. But like, how common is this seizure thing for dogs? I don't think I've ever had an animal where I had to give them seizure medication. I mean, that's good for me, right? But like, is it like super common? I don't think I've ever seen a person that had seizures with their dogs. I mean, maybe it is just more common with bigger dogs or German Shepherds or something. I don't know.
It's possible. It's my opinion that Costco pharmacy
apparently it's 1 in 130 dogs is what the chat's saying.
Gave him bad pills. Now I checked.
So this is his first conclusion. It has to be the pharmacy. It can't be the dog. Like maybe the dog's kidneys can't process this medication. It can't be that the dog was just not ingesting them, or it couldn't be that maybe the dog was eating something. Like maybe it was all the meat was like preventing the dog from digesting the pills because you weren't giving them enough fiber or something. It can't be anything. It has to be the pills being defective. It has to be Costco's fault.
The stamp on the pill, because that's something that this is where I need some help.
Is this the price? Was this the price that Walmart gave Jeremy? He's like, all right, Jeremy, we'll put Coffee Brand coffee on the shelves, but you're going to have to do a little something for us. You're going to have to take out one of our competitors to show your loyalty. If you want to be on the stores in Walmart, you got to take out Costco by any means necessary. And then he starts poisoning his dog. That'd be an interesting one.
I checked the stamp on the pill. The stamp is correct. So when you look up, like there's usually some...
But Costco doesn't make the pills, right? Like, they don't manufacture... The pharmacy at Costco doesn't manufacture the pills. So why would you blame Costco? Wouldn't you blame the factory?
There's our numbers on the pill itself. You can look that up online. It was correct. Phenobarbital.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do package them at the Costco facility, but
0.5 milligrams. I checked that. Now, I need to test whether or not like the pills are bad or ineffective, or maybe the company that makes the pill did something wrong. I don't know how to do that. So if somebody knows, hey, you can send this in to this.
If only there was somebody that worked in a lab or had some sort of information about chemistry in their household.
I know there are like other content creators that test this, like, you know, they test like gas station pills for what.
Can you hire a real person? Is there any YouTubers with 1 million subscribers or more that can test these pills for me? Why don't you just get a real person? Like, you don't always have to appeal to YouTubers.
Whatever's inside of them. I don't know. Maybe they were fake. Maybe they were mislabeled. I don't know. But for a dog that has gone 18 months, basically without incident, he had a couple of breakthrough seizures, but without incident.
So the dog has been having seizures on the regular pills, the Walgreen pills, or wherever you got them before. But it's all Costco's fault.
You suffer an episode that almost certainly has caused him long-term neurological damage.
Like if he's had several seizures, how do we know the seizures weren't getting worse and worse, building up to this big one?
And has shaved years off of his life. You know, for him to go from maybe having a mild seizure once every 3 months to having a dozen in a day.
Wait, what? Isn't that a lot? Like, I mean, having a seizure once every 3 months on medication, I would be getting better medication, right? That would be that would be freaking me the fuck out. If I had a child that was having, and Jeremy claims this is his child, if I had a child that was on medication that was still having seizures once every few months, I'd be getting better medication. Are you joking? Every seizure is life-threatening. Every seizure can lead to brain damage. Every seizure can lead to their eyes getting blind forever. And so you can pull them out and eat them like Viewtech USA or something.
I don't know. So what I did was I didn't throw out the pills, but I had the emergency vet refill his prescription back at Walgreens.
All right, so we have an interesting one here. The NITA with a 20. I spent 40 minutes with Costco Corp yesterday. Really? Like, actually? They know all about Jeremy. Costco has the most stringent internal pharma auditing around because of scandals years ago. Like, I would think so, right? Like, isn't Costco's pharmacy, like, incredibly well spoken for? I don't know, because I do have a Costco in Japan, but, like, I don't think it has a pharmacy there. They have the pizza, though. But instead of the chicken bake, they have bulgogi bake, which is like Korean meat. It's good, though. They also have the hot dog, which is good, too. If Jeremy's story is true, Costco claims process will pay all expenses. Yeah, but he's about to claim that, like, Costco is not going to issue him a refund or something. Like, he's trying to become, like, he's going to, like, try and bring his righteous indignation that they, how dare you issue me or I don't care about the refund bean counter. I want my dog to be okay.
Costco to inform them of the issue. And they were kind enough to inform my wife that there are no refunds on the pill, as if we gave a damn about the $12 we paid for the pill after $9,500 at the emergency vet.
It sounds like you do care about the money, though. I mean, you cared enough to change to the cheaper pills from Costco, right?
No refunds. We don't give refunds on prescriptions, ma'am. Lady, we're not calling about a $30 prescription. I don't know how much it is.
Is he pretending to sound angry?
I think at Walgreens yesterday it was like $45 and it was cheaper at Costco, so whatever it was. No refunds, ma'am. You think we care about that? You think we care about $30?
There's no way this conversation happened like this. There's no way you like, this is just such bad PR. The people at Costco can't be this stupid. That they you just ring up and say, my dog had a seizure and almost died. No refunds. There's no way they just say that. They'll probably be like on the phone with you for an hour going like, oh, what? Okay. Like they must be trained for this sort of thing to not just like, because if you record this conversation, it's like gold for a lawsuit, right?
We're trying to tell you that there's probably something wrong with these pills you gave out. And also understand that this is the same prescription humans get.
Is it? I mean, I don't think so. They probably have different pills for humans. Maybe it's the same medication, but like, I don't think they're giving the dog pills to humans. I think that Jeremy's like, he seems to know a lot about these pills. Maybe he was looking them up, I guess. Again, what is this like nose cut he's got here? What's happened here? Did he like close the fridge door on his nose or something?
This is the same prescription that humans get for the same condition. Okay. So how many humans got these potentially bad pills?
I feel like that'd be sorry. I feel like this would be pretty obvious if humans were having defective pills. They'd probably be, people would know about this pretty quickly.
Oh no.
They watch one episode of like battling electric Porygon Soldier and they're like on the floor for the next hour or so.
I talked to a pharmacist at a different store and he gave me some information where I could check on the FDA website based on some sort of website. I don't remember if it was FDA, the batch number and lot number of the prescription to see if there are any reports. There are no reports, but I would imagine, just
the thing is like, this is almost quintessentially a boy who cried wolf situation. Jeremy has lied and claimed he was under attack and that like people were victims of like corporations and things for so many years when they haven't been. That now he's like, let's imagine for a second this is all real and Jeremy's 100% truthful and honest and his dogs are being poisoned by Costco. Nobody will believe him. But I can't take his word for this at all because he's been trying to be a victim for so many years. Like he wants to be a victim. He's looking for a battle where he can be like the little guy going up against like a big thing. Like, he wants to be under attack. He wants to be, the knight going after the dragon. And this just lands in his like his lap right now. Are we ever going to see the results of these pill tests? I doubt it. I really don't think so. He really wants to be like the hero in the story. And he honestly thought that like holding up his dog as a sympathy shield was going to work for him. Like, I feel bad for the dog. The dog should be in a home that cares about it. The dog should be in a home that looks after it. It shouldn't be around him.
Like when we had the cyclosporiasis outbreak.
What's that?
We didn't know about it for months. Who knows? So I need to get the pills tested. I am extremely upset with, you know, basically everyone involved.
Oh, that's the diarrhea virus. What do you mean you're upset with everyone involved?
Is there some possible reason that his body suddenly stopped maintaining the phenol levels? Maybe.
Maybe he was eating Zins and then he was throwing up the pills later when you weren't noticing it.
But after, 48 hours in the emergency vet with different...
Isn't this defamation? We see he's saying this is in his opinion. Americans seem to think that if you just say, I think that this is what happened, or I feel like this is what happened, that it's like a catch-all for defamation. Not necessarily always the case, although I guess it's better than nothing. But this is essentially, at the beginning of the video, he said, like, for legal purposes, this is what I believe. Which apparently is is one trick that gets you out of everything, is you just say, like, allegedly, in my opinion, or in Minecraft. It gets you out of everything. Surely you should know about this by now. Rip Peter Cullen? Is that the Twilight guy? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Sorry. It's probably someone very famous. I don't know. The Nighter with the 5 says, Costco has a gold-plated claims process. They will pay all medical expenses if true. Anyone can call and find this out themselves. That's what I would assume so, right? Because like I've seen stories of people like bringing back a whole chicken with nothing but a wing or something and getting a refund from Costco. They're like, Costco seems to be generally pretty generous, right? Like, I mean, they have all their loss leaders and stuff like that. Like, it's one of their better jobs for like, in Japan for like minimum wage employees. Working at Costco is like the gold standard because they pay like double the minimum wage or something. They're quite generous as a company, at least in Japan. I don't know about America. Baked Buddhist with the 5 says, I think Huck never got the pills, but if he did, give it. It's been another one of his shepherds. What? But if he did give, it's been another one of his shepherds. If I remember correctly, he's got 3. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I would be thinking too. I think that Jeremy got drunk because he doesn't even know what the day it is. Like, hold on, I'll show this. The beginning of his stream, where he actually recorded this. He starts off the stream literally saying, what day is it? Let's go to... It's like right here. This is probably copyright music, right?
Good afternoon, everybody. On this, what day is it even? Wednesday?
Is it Wednesday? Now, if we've seen from the inside of Jeremy's like, hold on, should I just bring this up? If we go to the Quartering Blogs channel, let me see, Quartering Blogs. Sometimes my tabs don't load for some reason. But if in the Quartering Vlog channel, which I think it's been like 3 weeks now that there's been no video, he has a TV right in front of his computer that says the date and the time. And then he's like, oh, I don't know what day it could possibly be. How could I know such a thing? Yeah, my Firefox is being a little bit weird. Was it this? It's the one where he shows, I think it's the one where he shows, yeah, there is some thunder coming in, chat. So, is it this one? It's one of the early ones, right? Hold on. For some reason, my tabs seem to slow down. It's kind of interrupting the flow of the things. We'll go back to this video, and I'll see if I can find it on the other tab while I'm finished.
Phenol pills, he was fine, and he was maintaining his phenol levels and continues to maintain them. The other issue is how many people...
But essentially he has a big TV that shows, like, it's like an analog... sorry, it's a digital TV, so it doesn't even have a clock to read, but it just says, like, Thursday, 10 a.m., so he knows what time and date it is all the time.
Just put their dog down because of this. I am in an extremely fortunate, blessed position to do what I do and have the backing of my viewers, that I didn't think twice about putting $10,000 on my credit card to save my dog. But I don't think a lot of people could do that. If I didn't have the money to take him to the emergency vet, he'd be dead right now. He'd be dead. I would never have been able to stop the seizures. I never would have figured out what the problem was. I mean, I had to give him an MRI, a dog MRI, which was like $3 or $4 grand.
All right, so this is what Jeremy thinks about his own animals. Like, imagine you give the idea that maybe he should put Huck down or something. But like, this is what he talks about when he's commenting on Nina's pussy.
So this video.
Sorry, I know that's a cross joke, but like, it's such a dark stream that I feel like we had to have a few little giggles in there. Okay, this is Jeremy talking about Nina Infinity.
An audience of one, but an audience that is much larger than that, and it probably.
Why isn't this just a phone call or a message or an email? He's literally making this video on his main channel. This is main channel. He's addressing Nina Infinity, telling her to kill her cat.
Probably won't be my most viewed video. Most people won't care about it, but
just imagine Jeremy. He's so stupid that he made this video years ago. And he's like, no one's going to give a shit about this. There's no way he could predict that in the future, so many people would be out to get him and so many people would hate him that the point where his dog has a problem with its medical situation, that somebody brings up and finds this video of him talking about Nina Infinity's cat.
I saw a tweet from friend of the show, Nina Infinity. And here's what it read. I wanted to share what I've been going through lately. Last December, just 5 days before Christmas, I found out that my cat Yuki has cancer. I was devastated. We scheduled immediate surgery, hoping.
I'm gonna guess that's a white cat. Is it a white cat, Nina?
That removing the tumors might send it into remission. By January 1st, she had the operation. My holidays were filled with tears and prayers, asking God for more time with her. Thankfully, she made it through surgery, but sadly, the cancer came back almost right away, and it's been growing ever since. We've tried different treatments. Nothing has worked, and she's been getting worse. It's taken a tremendous toll on me. Watching her fade has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. She's had some really good days and some really bad ones. This past week has been especially rough, but she's still fighting. I love her so much, and I know the time to say goodbye may be coming soon. It's just heartbreaking and feels so unfair.
Why would you make a video about somebody like Nina's been having this is such a grotesque video, honestly. That Nina had this cat that she's not telling anyone about. She's doing her thing, and then she wanted to open her heart on Twitter. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to make a video about this.
With everything going on in the world, it hasn't helped my mood, so I've been trying to stay off social media.
Like, you might think there's some parallels because we're talking about Jeremy and his dog, but the situation is completely different. Because in this situation, with Jeremy's just trying to profit off of this cat dying. Whereas in our situation, we're commenting on Jeremy. We're talking about the absurdity of it all, that he's grifting off of this dog for coffee. Like, Nina's not selling a calendar of this post. She's not trying to get you to buy Nina brand Nina, okay?
Honestly, I feel completely emotionally drained, and I didn't want to burn anyone, which is why I've kept this to myself. But I won't be able to do Infinite Hope tomorrow. That's her show. That hurts too, because I truly love that show, but I just have nothing left in the tank. Our days are filled with vet visits and caring for Yuki, and it's been exhausting. On top of that, 2025 has been really rough. I've had my own health issues, including surgery, and thankfully better now, but it's been an incredibly draining year, emotionally, physically, mentally, and financially. What I do want to say is, definitely follow. It's Nina7 Infinity on X. She does a live show on YouTube and Rumble on Friday afternoons. I think everyone should watch. But I saw this tweet last night, and I wanted to reply to it in a way that was both personal, but also I recognize her grief and her struggle and what she's going through as something that has, touched me many times in my life. It's one of the few things that I feel like I can offer truly valuable advice on. And it's advice that many of my viewers have come to me for directly, indirectly. It's something that, a lot of people who don't have pets will say heinous, callous things about it. Like, it's just a dog, or it's just a cat, it's just a bearded dragon, it's just a snake, it's just a whatever.
Speaking of bearded dragons, Jeremy said that recently in one of his streams that his wife had an iguana and he absolutely hated it. And he's glad that it's gone.
Well, the reality is the bonds that we form with our pets, our companions, is incredibly deep. People say that when you have a kid, for example,
well, Jeremy wouldn't know, but okay.
You'll never know a bond deeper than that.
Well, Jeremy doesn't know a bond like that.
Maybe that's true. I don't have kids.
Yes.
But I can tell you that the bond I've had with my dogs and my cats and my pets over the years, it's hard for me to imagine a deeper bond than that even existing. So
it's just literally the myopic view of his poverty, right?
If kids form an even deeper bond, well, then that may be true. But for many people, the bond they have with their pets is real, and it is not understood by those who are calloused.
What?
And I think that
is Jeremy actually making the claim that you can't understand what it's like to have a dog or a cat?
Not everybody's a pet person, and that doesn't make you a good or bad person.
Even if you've never had a pet, like with a child, it's different because there's like literally a biological imperative there. Like it's not only mental, it's not only emotional, it's also physical, like the bonds of blood, right? But like with it, even if you've never had a pet, you can tell that somebody feeds and cares and cleans after a pet and hugs it and cuddles it and, you know, whatever, takes it on walks and things. You can, and then you can obviously see that's a physical, that's an emotional connection. But Jeremy's like, well, if you've never had a cat, you'll never know. You're never going to know what it's like. No.
But I think
it's like we can't go past a pet shop and see a cute kid and go, oh, I wish I had one of those.
That the emotional attachment that people have to their pets is very real and often minimized.
Jeremy is a manipulative psychopath. I honestly think he just doesn't feel human emotions. Is that what psychopath is? Or is it the other one? Sociopath? I think he can't relate to anyone or anything. I think he's observed human emotions from a distance and he understands what they are in concept, but doesn't know how they are in practice. So he knows kind of the things to say. He kind of knows how you should react, but he doesn't feel them himself.
By a lot of people. Now she won't see this video now, but
I absolutely think it's Munchausen by proxy. I think that he's either subconsciously, accidentally, or intentionally made this dog sick through his own negligence from leaving the zins out or by feeding it this entire meat diet with no fiber or whatever he was doing, this like insane keto diet for dogs. Like, do I think that he wanted to poison his dog? No. But I think he's responsible, yes. Absolutely. And I'm not sure if he's coping at the moment, like actually going, like we joke about cope all the time, obviously. Even my channel name is called Cope. But like, I think he's actually going through stages of cope where he's refuses to accept the reality that he is most likely responsible for this dog's illness. And that's why he's lashing out at Costco, because it's such a wild, like, even if the medication is defective, surely you would lash out at the pharmaceutical company, not Costco. It's such a weird thing. It's like, it's such a flamboyantly clickbaity thing to say, Costco killed my dog. So I'm not sure if it's just a grift or if he's just can't rationalize in his own mind what he's done. And this is like the last cope of the copeless or something. You know what I mean? Like, when people are faced with information that like goes against what they believe, they double down more often than not. All this evidence is presented to him and he refuses to believe it. And it's the same thing. He refuses to believe that he's unpopular. He refuses to believe he doesn't have clout. He refuses to believe he doesn't have power. He's living in an actual fantasy world. And again, this is the really frustrating thing with Jeremy when you talk about him, because it's like, he is so beyond the pale. He is so beyond parody. He is so ridiculous that you say these things like sociopath or psychopath or coping or seething. And it's just like, all those are just like colorful words people use all the time. But with Jeremy, they actually are occurring. Like, I genuinely believe this. I think he's the most hated person I know. Like with like DSP, like apparently he's a piece of shit, but I don't really get it. Like, apparently you have to go through like a 12-week intensive course to understand why exactly DSP is just wrong. I just think he's a funny gamer, man. I don't think he's like that bad, but then people have convinced me he is bad or something. I'm like, because he's a beggar or something. I don't get it. I don't get it because I haven't like gone through it. With Jeremy, it's like, this person is actually just human garbage and I want him gone.
But I wish that she would do her show today, because it's better to, you know, go to work and do what you do.
This is like the Dabbleverse logic. Nick bad. Oh, so you support Aaron? Like, I know you're just having a laugh though.
And bring that light into the world. But I thought,
wait, so is Jeremy making the argument here that Nina should execute her cat so she can go back to making YouTube videos?
What can I say in kind of this time of grief and in this, and say it in a way that can help more people than just Nina?
What Jeremy's doing here is he's trying to be like the man of the house. He's trying to say the thing that's like, you don't want to hear this. but this is what you have to do. I know that there's no strong figure. I know that, Nina, there's no... Wait, hold on. I know there's no one in your life right now to do this for you, Nina. So I'll do it for you. Put down the cat and make the YouTube videos so you can get back to bringing happiness in the world. You'll be sad, but the cat, its pain will be over. And the happiness that you bring into the world will be much greater than anything. Like, this is what he's trying to do. This is like, he's made this like calculation in his lizard brain where he's like, this is what a man would say. The hard option. Your woman feelings can't understand this, Nina.
One of the things that I've always told people when they're going through a rough time like this with a pet, quite frankly, would also probably apply to a family member.
Put down the child and go back to making YouTube videos? I'm not sure about that one. I'm going to put that as a maybe.
Is that
maybe don't.
When you lose a pet and you feel sad, it is a direct inverse reflection to how much that pet was loved. And you can have...
Oh my fucking God. Breaking news. The more you love something, the harder it is when it goes away. Why didn't I think about that? Holy shit. He's saying what we're all thinking. Oh my goodness, I love something, so I miss it when it goes. Modern day Shakespeare. No man can hold a candle to the absolute wordsmith orator that Jeremy Hambly of the Quartering is. If you feel love for something, it'd be sad when it go away. Thank you.
Have somebody in chat who thinks they're being a tough guy, for example, saying, yeah, kids are way more complex than a dog. Go touch grass.
Yes, the children are more complicated than dogs. That's why children can speak, learn to walk on two legs. I mean, to be fair, dogs can learn to walk on two legs as well, but those are pretty advanced dogs, okay? Yes, children are more advanced than dogs.
Like, people like that exist in the world, and they're sad, soulless husks of humans. By the way, in most cases, who don't have kids either.
Spider-Man. You have to choose between the one child or your dog. Which is of greater value, Spider-Man? You have 30 seconds to, like, yes, the child is more valuable. Now, I know that if your dog is more valuable to you than a random stranger's child, I understand that point of view, okay? But like any rational person can value a human life as more valuable than an animal. That's why they're called animals, even though we're technically animals too, I guess, right? We don't call humans animals because we rank ourselves a rank above. Does Jeremy understand this? Maybe he doesn't because he's just farming these cattle that think he's a smart person.
I find it ironic how many people are spurging out about having kids all the time online.
Like Jeremy?
You know, if they had kids, I find it curious how much time they have to endlessly rage on Twitter and in live streams in the middle of the day on a Friday. But
40-year-old childless man who's seething about being childless, everyone. That's it. Look at these pauses. Holy shit. These pauses encapsulate the inner struggle of his mind. It's fantastic.
That's neither here nor there.
Oh, these pauses are... please, Google Drive?
I don't really give a shit if somebody gets offended by me comparing losing a pet to losing, you know, a child. I admit, obviously, I imagine it's more complex, but that does not take away from the real pain that people feel when they lose a pet. And
nobody's saying
pets are selfless. They love without condition, except for...
It's not true, honestly. Like, if you mistreat an animal, they don't develop very well.
Cats, they can be kind of bastards sometimes. But I've gone through this life cycle of pets.
The thing is, you have to earn a cat's respect. That's why Jeremy hates cats. Cats don't stand for bullshit. They don't fold the bullshit, Jeremy. That's why none of your cats respect you. They walk all over you. They're probably shitting in your bed as you sleep.
And I thought maybe I could offer some relief. So
how?
First, I think, Nina, it's probably time. And most pet owners know what that means. It's probably time.
I wasn't even joking. He just straight up made this video to tell Nina to order 66 her cat. Hello, Nina, my friend. By the way, this is this is not like a DM. This is not an email. This is not a phone call. This is not a, hey, do you want to meet up for coffee? I've got something I want to talk to you about. Like, this is going to be a serious conversation. You want to sit down? He posted this to his entire. This is his main YouTube channel, and I'm not sure what the title of the video was, but it's basically Nina Affinity. It's time to put down your pussy. Okay.
Time. You know, when the animal starts having more bad days than good days, it's time.
So it's Jeremy's time then too, right?
And
when was the last time Jeremy had a good day?
This is kind of what pet owners sign up for. They sign up for, this is part of it. You know, your dog or your cat or whatever, they provided love and entertainment and companionship to you selflessly for however many years. And in the end, this is our final act as a pet owner. We don't.
What do you think Jeremy would say if somebody applied this logic to his dog right now? How would Jeremy react to this?
I see a lot of times, I'm not implying Nina's doing this, but oftentimes pet owners will allow their emotions to prolong an animal's suffering. And it is one of the most brutal decisions that...
This is actually the Jercanicus. The robot fucking brain. Sometimes the humans cling to their pathetic human emotions. You look to your weakness of the flesh, knowing that it will one day fail you. And I say no. I crave the certainty of steel. The body that will never die. What the fuck?
That most pet owners will ever have to make. But it is part of the contract that we sign up for. If people want to obsess...
I mean, not if you buy a parrot or a tortoise. You probably shouldn't, but like those gray parrots, those bastards live for like 100 years or some shit.
It's about the difference between a child and a pet. That's not the point of this video, and you're just not getting it. The point of this video is to help pet owners. Okay, I can't.
Is this helping any pet owners in chat? If you're a pet owner that's been helped in chat, press 2.
Talk about losing a child because I've never done that. I can talk about losing pets because I've lost dozens of them over the...
He hasn't lost a child, but he did look for them at the Renaissance Fair.
Years. That's part of when you adopt a lot of pets. I've basically always had a running stable of 7 or 8 pets in my house, whether it's cats, dogs, hermit crabs, iguanas.
His hermit crabs, if you didn't see the Jeremy vlog episode, his hermit crabs have 2 gyms. He has a multi-story hermit crab enclosure, and they have like the hamster wheels on the bottom floor and the top floor. So his hermit crabs have more home gyms than Jeremy himself has. And this man can't lose weight, but his hermit crabs are getting fucking ripped.
You know.
Oh my goodness.
Birds. I've never had birds, but whatever. This is something I can speak to. And
these unpauses are killing me.
If you find yourself really wondering if it's time or not, it's probably time. I've had family members who kept dogs around way too long, and it's just brutal to see. And I think embracing the sadness that that comes with losing a pet is okay, and that you should feel like, boy, I feel like garbage right now. I'm really sad, but that just means that you really love that pet, and that pet had such a profound impact on you, and it's a good thing. If you weren't sad, then you probably shouldn't have pets. And human beings have this incredible innate ability to love, and not just with children.
He loves children? I mean, that's pretty disingenuous.
I have always loved all my pets, and I would do anything I could to save them. I mean, I was opening up credit cards and bouncing checks to try to get my animal surgery.
I mean, he opens up credit cards to give Andrew Wilson and by proxy Candace Owens $5,000. This doesn't surprise me.
And the have kids crowd, who, in my opinion, don't ever have kids.
Jeremy said after Charlie Kirk died that he was going to have babies. Where are those babies, Jeremy?
They can call that stupid.
I mean, I'm glad he's too old to have kids at this point. Like, it's a good thing, because imagine growing up in Jeremy's household. Like, imagine that.
Stupid or a waste of money or whatever. That's okay. I'm not saying that they have to do that. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to have pets. But what I'm saying is the decision, the rainbow road, as they say when you have to, relieve a pet of its suffering. I think that
I've never
ultimately,
heard this like the Mario, like Super Mario,
you should view that as a good thing. You should view the sadness you have as a good thing, because that is a reflection of just how much you love that pet and what a great life that pet probably had. And at some point,
like, I understand what he's trying to say, but it's so poorly articulated. You would think that you would write like a poem or something to try and illustrate this point. It's just so clumsy. So I don't think he actually understands what he's saying. He just thinks this is what human emotions are like.
The treatments become more difficult than
yeah, what he's trying to do, what he's trying to say is that grief is a reflection of the joy you had in the life, and that you shouldn't feel bad about feeling sad. You should feel happy. Like, it's essentially like, don't be sad that it's over, be happy that it happened, sort of thing. This is what he's trying to say, right? Like, it's like, you only feel so sad now because you loved that thing so much, and that because they were so loved, you know that they were happy too. Like, it's that sort of stuff. But he's so inarticulate and pathetic about this. How did he ever get married in the first place? It's a question.
I remember I had a cat, Chance. It was my wife's favorite cat. It would sleep in bed with her and put his head on her pillow.
Not the cat bull. Does he sound grumpy when he's talking about this cat? That would sleep next to the cat, but not me.
And we put that cat through. My only regret is that we put that cat through too many damn surgeries at the end. He got this thing called super colon, which I thought meant.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, it actually means that the colon like doesn't work. So he couldn't poop.
I thought this meant the opposite. I thought he'd be shitting all over the place with the super colon. I'm sorry. that just, I was not expecting that one. I thought so the condition is a super colon. I thought he meant he got a super colon installed into the cat. It's like making fuck. I'm sorry. I really do apologize. Maybe it's because the rest of the stream has been so crazy. Like, it's so dark. It's like, we put that cat through so many surgeries when we got the super colon. I thought it'd be able to shit everyone. Oh, stop. Maybe I'm the ghoul here.
And so we would have to go in and they would have to like squeeze it out like a toothpaste. And it was extremely painful for him. They had to put him under. We tried everything to fix it. And in the end, I regretted.
What the fuck is this? Jeremy's wringing at his cats. What the fuck?
Deeply putting him through that procedure multiple times. Because
why does he always come back to
work.
shit?
He had to get put to sleep anyway. And I think that, if anything, if you can read between the lines of this video, which is pretty much just for pet owners.
I don't own any pets, Jeremy. I can understand this. I mean, I've had pets in the past.
If you think it's time, it's probably time. And you shouldn't feel bad about that, because that's the deal we sign. We sign that deal when we adopt a pet. They can't do it, right? And
Jeremy Hambly, I don't know when this was, 2026. Animals can't consent. That's the best part. That's a weird thing to say.
It's going to suck, and you're going to be sad. And there's going to be times when you miss that pet, or you're reminded of them and you cry and it's sad. But that's okay, because look at what a great life you gave that pet. What an awesome thing that you've done as a pet owner, Nina, and anybody who's done this.
Wait. I haven't checked the tab in a second.
I hope that you get another cat and you get more cats and you bond with them just the same. Lots of stray cats need homes. Stray dogs need homes. I've had 15 cats, 13 cats in my lifetime.
That's a lot of cats. No, wait a second. That's not what? Cats live like 10 years, right? Like 10 years. Like, I had a cat that was like 15, 16, something like that. Wait, what? Did he have them all at once, or like sequentially? What? Look, this could be either very bad. No, this is only very bad. So either he had like 7 cats at a time, which is really weird, or he had cats dying at such a high rate that he had to keep getting a new one and a new one and a new one. He's like going back to the shelter every other year. It's like, can I have another one? They're still free, right? Was he eating cats? Jeremy admitted to getting one killed, really?
I have 5 right now, and I love all of them. It's going to suck when they have to go. But you know, I just wanted to send my like thoughts out to Nina, but
then DM her, you retard.
Also to all pet owners.
Like, is this just incredibly like internet brained or terminally online, like making a public video to tell someone to kill their cat?
Don't look at it as the end, but this is what we sign up for when we take on pet ownership.
Don't think of it as the end. Think of it as the dessert.
And your sadness, I've said this before and I'll wrap it up here, but like the sad stuff you feel is
sadness.
That just means that things were so good for so long. And you should hang on to that as opposed to, you know, don't be sad that they're gone. Be happy that you had them for the period of time.
There it is.
And for all the great memories.
When you're sad, just stop being sad and be happy instead.
That's what I wanted to say about that. That's for, you know, Nina, but also, you know, anyone who's in a pet world.
Anyone that's a monetizable viewer on YouTube, yes. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? That like the super colon thing stun-locked me for a second. All right, let's get through these chats. I gotta take a quick break in a second, but we'll get back to the main video. Last year, the Kino Clip channel, I commented where almost to the point where is it better to be DSP than quartering? Well, here we are. Like quartering, no shot quartering is a worse person than DSP. Like I don't see how there's any comparison. We got Brian with a 5 says, I worked in pharma as an R&D and quality control chemist. Each batch of pills has many tested pills for consistency. It was so strict that it nearly went crazy. Like it's one of the most strictest things, right? Because people literally live and die on the efficacy of these pills. Like, and that's exactly the issue that Jeremy's having allegedly right now. Now, Medicanton over on Kick says, did his drug-saturated pee kill maim the pets? Does he does piss on them. That's true. He does piss on his dogs and cats. Maybe there's peas leaching out of them. I don't know. All right. I got to take a quick 1-minute break. Then we got to go back. But this is what Jeremy thinks about when other people have pets dying. So we still got another 5 minutes in this video, and there's some more stuff after that as well, plus the reactions and stuff. So we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Maybe go buy some Dragon's Treasures tea. You know, go over to thedragonstreasure.com and buy some delicious tea using code COPE. 10% off when you use the Dragon's Treasure. The Dragon's Treasure keeps asking me about expensive books to buy, and he can't afford them unless you buy more tea. So he told me to sell more tea. Okay, I'm not selling enough tea. And I've also got to beat the Sean man. You don't want the sandwich man to win, right? He's spending all your tea money on models. I mean, I'm also spending your tea money on models, but different kinds of models. All right. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. We'll play you a tax-free break, shall we? Since all these super chats are tax-free. All the ones that Jeremy's not getting because he's not deserving of anything. All right. Cats don't fold to bullshit.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zannies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free, tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free, tax-free, tax-free. Tell your wickers that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down, let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's a tip, so it's tax-free. But wiggle. You best not fold the bullshit because these super chats, they all tax-free. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yo, Faith, don't make me say it. Squeeze. Child support, Faith, it's tax-free. Compass sneak, cause it's tax-free. That's right, bitch. Now kiss my Gucci hat. I said kiss it. It's authentic, bitch. It's time to gun out. Shake your gun like you mean it. Squeeze. Welcome to the kill street. This song. Wiggle, wiggle. What you mean I'm drunk? I'm sober, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe one more. So take out your pill bottles and shake your pills, and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, whoops. What? Oh, I didn't turn this back on. I ended the tax-free break too soon. I had my camera turned off. All right, let's get this working again. Sorry for the beeping noises. That's my computer, not yours. All right, start this virtual camera. There we go. That should be working now. All right, good stuff. All right, back to the main video. Sorry for the segue there. Well, actually, I don't apologize for it. Trent Johnson says, as PPP once said, rape Jer. Is that why his cat had the enlarged colon? That's a dark thought. You know, when I was younger, when I was in university 20 years ago, my cat needed surgery, $900. I was a broke university student. I had basically no money. That was all my money. And without question, I agreed to that. Now, it was kind of like, it was muted. Oh, okay.
To try and save their dog. I understand I'm in a privileged position. I understand that. And I thank God for that. I thank God for my viewers. But I never really think about things as like,
this is a really tricky position for Jeremy to be in because he wants to ask for money, but then at the same time, he's saying like, I have no problem dealing with the cost.
Myself, you know, I think about like, well, what if this had happened to me when I was in college? What if this would happen to?
It like literally did happen to me in college, and I found a way.
To just about any regular.
I mean, obviously, $1,000 isn't much as $10,000, but this was like 20 years ago, and it's like money when you're in your 20s is a lot more valuable than the money in your 30s, right? Because you've got no money in your 20s.
Working class American, would they have 10 grand?
And like this is kind of like it's kind of like a weird flex too. He's like, oh my goodness, look how much money I had to spend on my animals. Of course I could. I gave, and like this man actually said that he wish he gave $7,000 to Candace Owens. Then he's like, oh my goodness, $10,000 on a cat on a MRI CAT scan for my dog. Doesn't make sense, but there it is.
Most people watching this would have to have had put their dog down, and I don't say that to be.
Okay, you've got no money in your 20s, brokey. I was literally brokey when I was in university. I don't know about you guys. Like, I remember being so hungry in university that I was sneaking spoonfuls of peanut butter out of my roommate's supply. All right? I was definitely brokey. I was barely getting by for years. Thanks for nothing, fucking New Zealand. Had to put myself through university while also working not full-time, part-time, I guess. And I was like, thief, look, I paid it back, okay? I would give him pieces of my bread from time to time. So it's basically even.
Like, I don't know. I don't want that to come across in like an insulting way or you understand my point, right? Like,
he's the peanut butter bandit. You don't understand how tricky it is to steal peanut butter, by the way, because like, you know how it leaves like the hole with the spoon? You have to like smooth it off, but then make it look like you haven't done that. It's quite a precarious thing. And like when they start drawing the line on the peanut butter, you have to get even more creative. You have to start bringing like paint thinner to remove the biro marker, or the vivid marker as we call it. Like it's quite an operation. And then like if you're doing it at like 1 a.m. and then they wake up and they like turn on the kitchen light and like, what the fuck are you doing? And there's like you're there with a spoon in the peanut butter jar. Like, it's not what it looks like. Look, it wasn't that much peanut butter. It's still okay.
$10,000. Most people would have just had to put their dog down. I need to know how to get these pills tested, and if they come back,
I did have a job actually
as defective.
But it's still expensive, right?
I will be suing both Costco and the manufacturer of these pills. I also communicated to my aunt to give me some of her pills.
I'm Tiger.
StreamYard does this thing where if you unplug your mic for a second, it disconnects your camera. Doesn't make sense, but it is what it is.
Because she doesn't have the means to have those tested. I suspect that they are defective pills. I mean, look at the body of evidence.
What body of evidence? Your dog had a seizure. That's it. You have no evidence. The mic quality went to shit. Is it back good now, or is it still bad?
I mean, I don't know, but it is my opinion that these pills are bad. And the takeaway is...
this is literally the opposite of evidence. It's just conjecture.
Even if you don't have a dog, is to be aware that this is something that could happen.
Isn't this grossly irresponsible? Like, I mean, obviously only like 20 people are watching Jeremy's videos really. But like, if he actually had an audience of 2 million people and they were listening to his every word, and he says like, by the way, don't go to Costco and buy medication. You might just have a seizure and die. Like, what about the humans? Like, this is holy shit. This is wildly not only defamatory, but also potentially life-threatening to people, because you have to understand that Jeremy's audience isn't like regular people. These are people that believe in the most wild conspiracy theories. Like these are the people that think that unironically, like, Biden is injecting them with COVID or some shit, and they're like, oh my goodness, the conspiracy, like, we got to get Brandon is injecting us all with the coof. Like, these people are primed to listen to any sort of nonsense conspiracy theory, and Jeremy's feeding them this garbage without any evidence whatsoever. Get them tested first. He's such an emotional, like, knee-jerk reaction person. Like, a hallmark of a man is knowing when to act and when not to. Don't act until you have information.
Like, it's crazy.
I trust Costco over Jeremy. Like, Costco's a good boy. They sell me chicken for $5 and hot dogs for $1. They can't be doing no wrong to me.
But I want to thank everybody for their enormous amount of support. I mean, Huck was trending on X last night.
It's trending again, actually. It's trending over on X again. The Quartering streams dog seizure, blames Costco medication. Content creator The Quartering shared raw footage of his epileptic dog Huck seizing repeatedly after switching to cheaper Costco prescription medication. He posted a YouTube video claiming how low phenobarbital levels nearly killed him. He detailed an emergency visit to the vet. Like, yeah, are you happy that's trending? I'm not sure that's a good thing.
I'm thankful for you guys, and I apologize that I have been kind of distracted this week. It'll probably continue until next week, because
yeah, because Jeremy's just usually like lazily focused. Like, he's usually like a diamond cutter where he just knows exactly where he's going straight away. There's never any rambling. There's never any nonsense. There's never any stories about time travelers with photos from the future or anything nonsense like that.
I got to catch up, and he requires near constant care at home now. He needs different medicines like every 3 hours. And I don't know if you have somebody or a pet that's on phenobarbital and you're seeing more breakthrough seizures, you're seeing more stuff like that, let me know.
Now, while arguing with Fair and Balanced, Jeremy brought up a Reddit post from 4 months ago to prove that he was absolutely correct. That's
and
enough,
if you know how to get these drugs tested, email me at thequartering@gmail.com. I will test them. I will post the results, and I will be fully open to the possibility that's for some reason his body stopped processing these medications coincidentally after we switched them to Costco. It's also very likely that Costco doesn't test every pill that comes in there. It's probably more likely that it's a manufacturer's
how would they even
defect.
Oh,
but I don't know.
Yes. Like, this is a crazy situation, but if it is a defective pill, it surely can't be Costco's fault, because it would have been the pill manufacturer. What do you expect? Costco testing every single pill? How would they do that? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But the video is titled "Costco Almost Killed My Dog."
Oh, it's my speculation right now. But I thought it was a important thing to put out there, just to make people aware that this may be an issue. And
hold on a second. I want to see the Costco guys show up at his door, and they kick down his door, and they're like, "It's just been revoked."
Again, thank God that he
take him out.
Looked over Huck, and I thank all of you for putting up with me this week. And
all right, there's more to this though, because he did this during a live stream. Like, all of his videos are filmed during a live stream, and after the live stream it gets unhinged. Actually, Chad Wellington with a 10 says, "Mystery solved. In my opinion, Jeremy eats a pill-stuffed hot dog with cheese daily." I think this is actually what happened. He was probably drunk and eating the pills, or drunk and gave the dog the wrong pills, or drunk and forgot to feed them, or drunk and mixed up. There's so many options. This is honestly like the Ricada Coke story. It's like, well, I don't know how the cocaine got in my daughter. There was cocaine all around my house. It's just a mystery. Well, how did the dog get a seizure? Well, I mean, clearly it must have been the Costco's fault. It must have been the government's fault. It must have been anyone. Like, just take some responsibility, you know? Now, if the Costco pills come back defective, I'll retract what I'm saying here. But there's a snowball's chance in hell of that happening, in my opinion. And I don't think Jeremy's ever going to show the test results, regardless of whether the results are good or bad. I mean, if they're bad, they would absolutely show them. So that's a silly thing for me to say. But like, no, you've got Zins lying around the house, on the floor, everywhere. So much so that he's waking up with Zins in his hair, not in his beard, in the back of his head. He's sleeping on Zins. These are known to give dogs seizures. This is absolutely induced by Jeremy, either through negligence, incompetence, or just drunkenness. I mean, it's all kind of the same thing, but
hopefully.
All right, so now we'll go over to the stream real quick. Well, actually, there's a few reactions to this I think we had. Let me see. Here's one that Jeremy got caught not having pet insurance.
Jeremy, anyone who thinks pet insurance is a scam has never faced a major issue with pet. Correct. We use pet insurance.
All right, so he claims to have pet insurance, but in the other videos in the stream, he claims he does not have pet insurance. So he had pet insurance with a dog that has seizures, and he got rid of it because I can only assume it was too much of an expense because my dog's never going to get sick. Why would I need insurance?
If you try to save your cat, I mean, Doc, my black cat had a $5,000 surgery when I was like 24 and in college. It took me like 10 years to pay that off.
Jesus. All right. Actually, wait, was there something under that? Maybe there was. All right, so we read that Farron's post, but I want to bring up, I forgot to bring this up. I'll just bring this up back up for, if I can bring it up real quick. Let me see. Watering. So got some messages. What's this? Oops. If I go to, wait, did he delete the posts? Oh no, wait, this is the one I think he's doing. Wait, did he? Did he delete the post with Farron? Wait, did he actually? Maybe it's just the way that Twitter. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Okay. So Farron posts out saying to Costco, Quartering is claiming a prescription gave him and his family dog seizures. According to Jeremy Hambly, prescriptions from your store is what sent his dog to the ER and racked up $12,000 veterinary bill. Quartering responds to this. He screenshot, like, he's blocked Farron. So he either was checking the farms or he had his little minions messaging him, or he went to her, he typed in her name, screenshotted it, cropped it, instead of just quote tweeting her, because he's this much of a petty bitch. He says, my dog almost died and this twat is trying to get me sued. What happened to people? Then he responds well, what do we have here? 4 months ago. So he found one post 4 months ago of somebody having a dog issue. And he's like, well, looks like I'm right because I found a 4-month-old Reddit post. How many fucking dogs are there in America? Of course, there's going to be someone with a similar situation. But Jeremy, like, this is just evidence. This one upvoted post on Reddit. We use Costco too. Oh my goodness. It's confirmed. Now, here's the clownfish. This is Jeremy reacting a few days ago. Just animals are dying left and right in the Jeremy household. Can we get some preemptive Fs for the clownfish, boys? Listen to how he reacts. Like, remember what he said about the pets dying and everything and how important they are and everything and how it's okay to feel sad and everything. Dead air. Holy shit. How much of this is dead air? This is Jeremy's streams, by the way. This is what it's like. Hello, we're on the clock. I want to finish the stream and play Factorio, Jeremy. Hurry the fuck up. I've got the Space Age expansion. It's fantastic.
Hold on a second.
No, the video game time is burning. It's already past midnight. I can't be playing video games before a game again. When's it going to be my time to have me time? Holy shit. What the fuck? What is this? This clip is diabolical.
Hold on, texting my fish guy.
It's texting the fish guy. Can you not wait till the stream? Jeremy streams for an hour and a half. It's currently an hour into the stream. He couldn't wait 30 minutes. He had to get the fish updates immediately. Hottest, freshest fish news straight off the grill.
Need a new clownfish. My clownfish died. Sad panda.
Can we get some sad pandas in the chat for clownfish? He's going to have to find a new Nemo. sad panda. Clownfish die in Jeremy's saltwater
Jeremy, coverage of the
experiment They immediately goes to read the $5 super chat.
Oh, Anthony.
Suffer, Nemo. Hey, look, if you look up how clownfish actually act in biology, real life Finding Nemo would be pretty dark. The reality is that if Nemo's mother disappeared, Nemo would have transitioned and become the new mother. That's how clownfish operate, okay? They're naturally pruning out down in there, probably because they're being touched by all those like tentacles and amoeba things all day. It, it warps the mind. All right, now let me see. We have Jeremy gets especially. This is by Brad Cool, by the way. I like Brad Cool. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. Brad Cool guy. Jeremy certainly gets especially furious when a woman publicly disapproves of anything he does. This is actually a weird thing to notice. I mean, it's not weird for Brad to notice, but it's a weird thing that is being noticed, right? Because Jeremy has only gone against women. He's going after Farron, he's going after Madame Savvy, and he's going after Nina Infinity. Why is that? No kink shaming. All right, look. Those clownfish are down to clown. I guess that's their prerogative, not mine. But it's pretty weird stuff. All right, now we go over to the Jeremy live stream. This is the one where he doesn't even know if it's Wednesday or not. Okay, now I guess he was having a 5-minute silent countdown, maybe to honor his dog, or maybe he's just incompetent. I think it's because he can't figure it out. But we already saw the beginning part.
Wednesday?
All right,
completely lost since basically Sunday night at 2 a.m.
So a man that doesn't even know what day it is between Sunday and Wednesday, because he's drunk every night, could absolutely feed his dog pills 2 times a day.
On about 4 hours sleep for the week this week so far. So I apologize if I'm a little lower energy than normal.
Of all the fucking things to say, is there a high energy Jeremy?
I want to thank everyone for tuning in on the best website on the planet, Rumble. The best possible place to be live streaming, run by the best people, the most dedicated, hardworking people I've ever been involved with. Absolutely love this site. And they've been having a great week this week.
This is a really good question because his wife is allegedly a chemist who works in a lab, and Jeremy can't figure out a way to test these pills. And allegedly, she also walks the dogs 5 days a week, and Jeremy walks them on weekends. So is his wife just gone out of the picture because they're getting a divorce, and that's why? Because she was the person that usually fed the dogs the pills. Because if she's walking them 5 days a week, she's almost certainly feeding them and looking after them as well, because you're the one that caring for them, right?
Looks like stockholders did pretty good.
His wife gone, RC car's gone. I don't have the song ready. I'm sorry.
So that's good.
You know what I'm talking about. The real ones know.
It's an interesting week of news. A lot of people are kind of checked out. I get it.
It's an interesting week of news. A lot of people have checked out because it's so boring.
Summertime news cycle is a little boring.
He just contradicts himself in every breath.
But, the show must go on, and I have a responsibility to help y'all pass through the doldrums of the late afternoon. Hope you're all doing well. Say hi in chat. Shout out Arizona. I see you out in chat. Check in chat.
Have we got any Arizona boys in the chat out of curiosity? Oh no. The bull gone, wife gone, doggo gone. He's just alone with his new clownfish.
Dog news coming up.
It's the dog news segment.
I'm going to start on the interesting story around Best Buy. I want to get through some funny stories before I get through a story that'll probably make me cry on camera again. But hey.
He did not, in fact, cry on camera. No matter how hard he tried.
Hey. If I didn't do that, what would all of the losers that spend all day obsessing about me do for content? I'm really supporting the economy.
It's nice to know that we live rent-free in his brain.
By being an authentic human being.
And a real hero, real human being.
I want to thank everyone for all their...
I mean, he's getting farmed, so he is a bean. That makes sense.
Their kind words. The kind words.
He's got like these dark. Look at these dark eyes. I put a new quartering sticker up, but maybe it's too small to see. It's the sleepless Jer. There you go. This one. You can kind of see the eyes. It's dark though. Like holy shit! Like look at this. Let's bring this into the crime lab for a second. Like, this is wild. Those like soft lights are doing amazing work, but he still looks terrible on camera. Look at this. Holy shit. That's demented.
Look who's home! It's Hockey Puppy! Look at his haircut. He's got a reverse mohawk.
Did he get the dog lobotomized so it would actually like him?
There he is.
The dog looks sad there. Like, that's some. Don't do that. The dog's recovering.
There he is. He's home. He has a bald spot.
Doesn't know where the fuck he is.
He's got like a reverse cul-de-sac. Dog hawk. Yeah. Thank you, Poppy. Yeah, everybody's happy to see you. Yeah. There you go.
Got zins, like loose zins flying out of his hair and shit.
Rawr, stretch.
All right, let's jump forward a bit now, I guess.
Right.
I think about 48
First thing he
minutes.
did,
This is just
got home last night around 1.
This is just after he recorded the dog segment, around this part of the stream. This stream lasted for an hour and 38 minutes, by the way. Talk about a small PP. Drinking a Celsius. Where's the water, Jeremy? There was a I think this was a Don theory, actually. Have you noticed that Jeremy's not drinking water on stream anymore? Like when Melanie Mac's around and he's talking about keto and he's trying to talk to her and like impress her, he's like, "Oh, I'm drinking so much water. I got to pause the stream, in fact, to go get another bottle of water because I'm on so much keto." Now that she's gone for 2 weeks, so she's in Amsterdam, while Johnny's getting slammed by Amsterdami bros or whatever, he's only drinking energy drinks. No coffee, no water. It's a bit sus, a bit interesting. Somebody's been noticing that.
I would suspect the Costco pill's not enough medicine in that batch. It's got to be, right?
I mean, it could be any number of things.
Different manufacturer of the drug than what you're getting from Walgreens. That could be possible too. Maybe he had like a...
I mean, I know he's never drunk coffee on stream, but it's the principle of it all.
Like he had like maybe they had like some kind of coating on these pills.
Let's get dark for a second here. So there's a there's a book, Stephen King, The Stand. Good book. It's got some weird segments in it though. There's literally a part where there's like the Antichrist or the embodiment of the Antichrist is getting this black chick to wear Japanese sailor uniforms, like sexy sailor uniform, not even joking, and making her walk upstairs and looking up her skirt, because Stephen King always includes some sort of weird sexual shit in his books. Like basically anything. Any Stephen King book has a weird sexual moment in it. I guarantee, like is it Randall Flagg? Yeah, he's the devil in that book. But it wasn't Randall Flagg. It was like the nerdy kid that was eating chocolate bars. He's the one with the black girlfriend that dresses up in Japanese cosplay. Don't know why I remember that. Anyway, there's a part in that book that I really enjoy. There's a really funny kind of scene when the virus is taking over the world. Everybody's dying. Only 99% of the earth has died. And there's all these like funny situations where people are accidentally dying after surviving the virus. Like I think there's like this feminist or something, and she hates men, and she survived the virus, and she finds a gun, and it's like an old rusted gun or something, and she sees a man or something. I can't remember. Maybe this is not word for word, right? But like she holds up and she finds some random person, and she holds up the gun, shoots him, but then the gun like explodes in her hand, and she dies. And then like the Stephen King is writing out this story, and then it's just like at the end of it, it's just like no great loss. And there's just like a series of people that die, and it's like a reoccurring joke in the book where it's like, no great loss, no great loss. And like when this chat comes up, smashing energy drinks and smashing zins and energy drinks, heart attack incoming, the first thing that pops into mind is just no great loss.
From Costco that they don't have on the pills from
Good book.
Walgreens, and they didn't break down. My father-in-law suggested that. I mean, maybe.
Not lost.jpg.
Ricky Sky says, do a GoFundMe.
Let's see your best esoteric loss memes in the chat.
Hire a lawyer. I'll start with $500 if you do, bro. Well, thank you so much.
Here's the thing. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. I checked my messages briefly. Reed and Steele coming in with an absolute amazing clip. Here is the quartering spitting zins on the ground on the walking trails where his dogs walk on the daily. How did Huck get sick? Must have been Costco. I'm going to retweet that real quick. That's a real good one. Look at this.
Dropship coffee. It's totally fine. It's a totally.
How could the dogs ever get sick?
Excuse me. It's a total huge.
How could that ever happen?
I think right now, I'm gonna just get the pill tested before I worry about hiring a lawyer.
This is such a stupid statement. Like he's like the promise of a lawsuit is like, oh, I'll give you money right now. He's like, yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, you could buy some coffee right now. Yeah. Maybe we should get a lawyer maybe we should test the pills before we get a lawyer. Yes. Otherwise, you have literally no case whatsoever.
I get the pill tested, and the pill comes back as like,
hey, Nick Recator did get rebarred, so you could hire him, I suppose.
Ineffective or defective or not enough medicine or something like that. Then I will hire a lawyer. But if the pill comes back as normal,
then what the fuck are you gonna do? Because then it's user error.
Then I don't know if I have a case.
I'm gonna sue Costco for defective medication, but if test comes back and pill good, maybe no case. I'm gonna have to talk to a lawyer first to confirm that. Oh, there is a thunderstorm going on. Keno. Holy shit, I wanted to go to the convenience store, but it's already past midnight.
You know what I mean? I think once I call an attorney, they're going to say you've got to get the pills tested. So
no, don't even talk to the lawyers until you have a confirmed thing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
So I might as well just get the pill tested first.
Is he just posting Costco killed my dog because he's hoping for a Hail Mary of Costco settling out of court immediately without any investigation? That's not going to happen.
And the pill comes back as
he's literally just trying to bully like a multi-billion-dollar corporation because he's trying to get a quick payday.
Effective, then I hire
not
a
an
lawyer.
earthquake. There's like thunder rolling in the background of my house.
It could be compounded differently.
Yeah.
FDA MedWatch, is that the site to use? Different pill bands have different fillers. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell if they're a different brand or not because it just has the stamp on it. What's this? People are posting while I was on that talking about where
you know the meme where it's like leave the multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. Unironically, I'm on Costco's side for this. Leave him alone. Costco's good. He didn't do nothing.
to test pills, make sure it's private. Yeah, somebody said FDA MedWatch. Is that did the vet have any speculations? Well,
it's almost as if this dog has none of the medicine in its system. Did you give it the pills?
The vet said that he had been spitting up his pill.
Oh,
but I said
user error. Interesting.
He wasn't. Yeah,
this is literally like those deranged parents that can't acknowledge that their child's being a complete arsehole. Timmy would never hit the other children. He's a good boy. No. He's a good boy. My boy would never do like. The absolute obliviousness of this is just pathetic.
The pill is normal. You don't have a case. It was something else causing it. Yeah, that's why it makes more sense. The brand is on the bottle. Okay. Yeah, if the pill isn't defective, I mean, I think that's where you start.
Like, if I'm being the most charitable I am possibly to Jeremy, maybe the pill has a type of casing on it, like to prevent it from dissolving too fast. Maybe Huck's digestive system. Like, this is the most charitable answer for Jeremy, I think, is that Huck was not able to digest like the pill casing, or just like maybe all the meat that Jeremy was feeding the dog was giving it the shits, and the pill wasn't going through his system before being digested, something like that. That's the only reasonable thing I think I can come from, which isn't. I mean, that's still Jeremy's fault though. Like, I could understand that happening. Like, that would make sense, but like the idea that this entire batch of pills is just like bad luck. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's like a snowball's chance, right?
You know, bottle has lot and manufacturer. Okay, I'll test to see if they're different manufacturers.
He takes these pills twice. That's a good point, actually. He takes these pills twice a day, so they shouldn't be prolonged release. I mean, you got me there. I mean, unless his dog's just shitting all day, every day. It is the Jeremy household. You have to remember that.
You and your aunt using the same vet? No.
It's like walking down the streets.
That's what I was saying, Mrs. Twinkletoes
of New Delhi in that house.
If he was puking it up, then he would have been scratching like crazy, because if he goes even one day without his allergy pill, he gets really itchy. So I know that wasn't the case.
I know it to be true. It feels right in my heart.
Grok says contact the drug manufacturer and report the problem.
Grok has the answer in chat based.
Of the low blood levels. Then request samples, report the FDA Center for Veterinary Medicine. Oh, that's very helpful. Let me copy that quick.
How did you find this esoteric knowledge that Grok has? Stormy Fields, Channel 404 Weather Girl. Is the Don Flogandy operation expanding? If he needs an Asian correspondent, he should hit me up. Although Asian correspondent Maxima is better than me, to be honest. The 5 says, I believe that the Alex Jones Twitter war debate had him so rattled and not sleeping that he forgot to medicate the dogs and feed the fish. I mean, I think this is correct. But, like, moreover, because he was drunk after these, like, he was self-soothing with alcohol. And that's why he's dehydrated, and that's why he can't sleep. It's all related to alcohol. Like, he keeps talking about how he's quitting alcohol every other day. So to quit it, you have to go on it, right?
Okay. Did you use the pill finder from Google that will tell you the manufacturer? Yes, I did. I guess I didn't look at it. Drugsdata.org. They do pill testing.
Drugs? Question mark. Gunterra gifted a sub. Npol says, just insane clickbait. I think they are separated and she gets other dogs. Maybe.
Okay.
So, like, you're thinking that she's got the 2 German Shepherds. She's got the other 2 German Shepherds, and he's only got Huck. That's why Huck's his best friend, and he doesn't mention the other dogs. That's a good theory, too.
Like, I'm going to overnight it.
I mean, Jeremy would negotiate a third of the dogs with his legal acumen from his MBA, right?
You know? And yeah, if the pill comes back and the pill's fine, then,
then your fault. Or the dog was just having some sort of resistance to the drug.
I don't really know. Then it has to be something else. But what else could it even be?
Any number of things.
Make sure you have pills left over. Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Make sure don't you eat those pills, Jeremy. We need to test them. Nom.
We have a shepherd mix, and he can't go without his allergy meds for the same reason. Yeah. So, I mean, if he wasn't getting his allergy meds for a week, I would know. You know?
Would you? I don't know that for a fact. I don't trust you. You can't even.
Before I
don't
worry
even know
about
if it's
spending money
Wednesday.
on a lawyer, I've got to confirm that the pills are bad.
This is just such a Jeremy response to things, though. Is like immediately goes for the most expensive option. Call a lawyer to sue Costco.
Could Huck have spit away from view outside? Yes, it's possible, but it's improbable because he was getting the medicine from his other pills.
Could it be that the medication is defective? No, that's impossible. The dog puking outside? Oh, I guess maybe.
And I give all 3 at once. And also,
I mean, you don't necessarily know how long they digest. You don't know how much left is his system. Like maybe the dog just wasn't itchy that day. Who knows?
He gets a pill at night, and he doesn't after he's done going out all night. So he gets his pill like 8 or 10 o'clock, and he doesn't go out again. So the puke would be somewhere inside the house somewhere.
Not if the other animals are eating it. Like you've got other dogs and you've got other cats and things in there. Or if it's just he could be barfing under a couch to hide it. Animals do that sometimes. In fact, I think the reason cats bury their shit is literally so predators can't find them. That's why those where he's shitting and vomiting in like hard to reach places, which is very frustrating.
Worst case scenario is that his kidneys can't break down the medicine anymore. Yeah, that's possible. But they broke down the medicine from the emergency vet.
Not if they gave their dog the injection rather than a pill.
His phenol levels are back and he hasn't had a seizure.
I mean, like, this is just
probably Israel that did it, I'm guessing. Yeah.
That's the most reasonable explanation.
There must be a lab. Do you know a pharmacist? Yeah. Send 2 pills.
His wife is a chemist.
To 2 different testing places. Control, and you'll have some left over. Yeah, I have 2 bottles left.
What if his wife is trying to poison him so she can get the inheritance, but then he's giving the poisoned food to the dog because of the diet, and the diet's actually saving him? That'd be a wild fucking twist. Imagine if that's the case, that Heather's giving him little snacks, but they're like he's actually sticking to his diet to get Melanie Mac, and then he's feeding like the cannolis that she's making or something to the dog, and then the dog got sick, and it's like that'd be a crazy fucking twist.
Because we bought like 3 months at a time.
Wait,
the pills could have been stored or transported incorrectly.
Wait a second.
They may have been sitting.
Didn't he say he had 2 weeks left? Wait, can somebody do the math on this? I don't think I've got enough time to go back and check this right now, but like Jeremy said he had like 2 weeks, 2 bottles left, right? But he buys the pills 3 months at a time. They've been on the Costco pills for 2 weeks. 2 weeks until Mel comes back. We need the Death Note music. Dun, 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 dun. Like, I've got to go into my mind palace. Like, if you're buying 3 months worth of pill supplies and they've been on the pills for 2 weeks since they transferred, and you have 2 bottles left, does that mean Jeremy's like sculling these pills? Like, where are all the rest of the pills? Shouldn't there be like, what if it's 1 bottle per week? You'd have 12 bottles, but he's got, what happened to the other 10 bottles? This isn't mathing right. Am I insane? He said that they transferred 2 weeks ago. They buy them 3 weeks at a time. It should be about 10 bottles. There's no way he's not taking these pills. This is my confirmed headcanon now. He's been gobbling them up. He's scuffing them down.
Yeah. Maybe Candace can get to the bottom.
She's not going to get to the bottom of her bank account in money bin now that you gave her $7,000. All
right, so I'll send 2 to 2 different labs. And then, yeah, I mean, basically, if the pills are good, then
let's wait until 2 weeks later when both labs are corrupted by big Costco that have been giving him fraudulent results.
I don't know.
Or maybe the big mailman has lost the results in the mail.
But I think that Candace Owens had a dream. That it was the Jews.
What? About the dogs?
Maybe the pharmacist's name was Goldenstein.
What? I mean, Goldstein's probably a pretty common pharmacist name. I actually know a few pharmacists. I mean, not English ones, obviously, Japanese ones. I actually have a lot of respect for them because they go through like so much education. I think it's like 6 years after university they do like a solid 10 years of education.
Sorry, but why all the hate on Jews? I'm joking. I'm making fun of the people that think it's them that does everything. You're making the correct assumption on the pills. Yeah, I mean,
what? No,
I don't know. I can't see any other logical conclusion.
Is Occam's razor like completely like unknown to Jeremy's dullard chat? I mean, none of them shave, so that makes sense.
Especially since I ran literally every test on him in the emergency vet. He has no other health issues. I really feel like we're getting close here. Yeah, no. Oh, wait a minute. Jews, German Shepherds, it's all coming together now.
You know what? I'm going to give Jeremy a point. That's actually kind of funny. So I assume he read that from his chat. I don't think he came up with that by himself, but I somewhat appreciate that joke, but I guess a broken clock is right twice a day.
It's all coming together. It must have been them. Anyway, on an unrelated
German
note.
Shepherds. Must be the chat, yeah.
Just want to remind everybody of a couple things before getting to the next topic.
All right. I think that's it, guys. It's almost 1 o'clock. There's a thunderstorm starting. I wanted to go to the convenience and get some snacks, but now I have to stay inside, probably. Not sure if there'll be a stream this weekend. I've been pretty busy. All right, boys. I hope that this piece of shit gets what's coming to him, honestly. Now, if I'm wrong about all this and the pills were defective, and that's a real unfortunate situation, but Jeremy's still kind of at fault there because he did choose to go into the cheaper medication at Costco, and he also did choose to cry wolf for his entire career, which is why nobody takes him seriously now. But I hope you enjoyed this one. And I'm going to take off real quick. So, you know what? This is the perfect one to end on, I think. Oh, wait, we got Ericanus gifted a hype. Thank you. Let's go. All right. Let me just check. I got everything. I think I did. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got them all. All right, guys. Peace.
There, little monkey dude.
I'm being oppressed.